w- welcome to another Euro Trucks going from Slovakia to Kosice. Slovakia Kosice. Sorry, no, I'm going from Felixstowe to Slovakia Kosice, carrying canned beef, which will be canned mush by the time I get there, no doubt. Welcome to everybody in the chat. I'm not reading all the names out again. Laura will explain. We have a Zoom panel of Jonathan, Justin, Trevor, and Laura, and myself. Anybody who wants to join the panel, regular members instantly accepted. Regulars in the chat may be accepted, probably will. And those that are not regular in chat won't be accepted. You need to be in chat for a few days, so just be aware. Hope you enjoy the stream and say hello to the panel. Hi, panel.
Morning.
Hello, everybody in chat.
That was Laura.
What's good? What's good, family? How y'all doing?
So, let's do this.
Lama, why you not driving?
Why am I not driving?
My insurance won't allow it.
I'm going to start our dinners very shortly.
Okay. You know I like riding with you. You know where you go.
It's daylight. There's 2 days in a row of joining the game and it's been daylight.
I'm going to food poison David very shortly.
You all heard that. You all heard that. Hey Mark, hey Jonathan, hey TJ, hey Trevor, and everybody else in the chat.
Right, I need to find this short I wanted to put up.
Turn right.
Oh, bollocks.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Hey, you're supposed to keep them white lines clear.
If you just want to let one go out there, he's going to stop.
Exit now.
TJ, is raining down there yet? Where you at?
Keep
Raining here.
and then turn left.
Totally dry here.
Oh, shut up, you.
We're finished.
It's very wet in the northern hemisphere and dry in the southern.
Yeah, I hear the Northern Hemisphere's stolen all the water.
Yeah, you don't need any. You just gone through a summer.
Right, I'll be back.
Have France.
Slide. Door.
Caution, vehicle reversing.
What's up, Mark? DJ. How is everybody?
We're all here.
Yeah. Nobody was saying anything. Oh, those phones are good. My internet was acting really stupid yesterday.
Oh, Laura's self-promoting again. I don't know why, but Zoom sounds really low today. Sounds
Well,
low.
it's got to be Zoom.
Yeah. Well, everything's high on here. Just let me go into this audio settings. Yeah, everything on max. It's not Zoom. Not here. Everything high on there.
So I forgot to add it.
Yep, everything's high. So yeah, I don't know. Right. Still didn't pick up my job. Are we done?
Get the job done.
Yep, it's coming down. Rain.
Turn right.
What's going on? What's going on, people?
Oh, good here. So what you up to, Jonathan?
I just went outside to see what the sky was doing. It's starting to come down. The rain coming down. Won't be no flying for me. I'm about to jump on Fast Royale.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
You have to get your drone and umbrella.
Exit now.
Nah, I need to hurry.
I'm surprised no one's
Yeah.
actually tried printing one yet.
No, I haven't tried printing one of those yet.
I don't think it's possible, is it? You block the airflow.
I suppose if you you make
You
the
block the airflow from the propellers.
yeah, but if you make the propeller, you know, float above the drone, you know, but have four umbrellas, so it's just covering the motors just above the propellers. You could put the propellers on the umbrella as well, give it extra lift. Zoom. See ya.
Yeah, well, you got to cover
Yeah.
more than the motor. You got to cover more than just the motors.
It's mainly
My
that.
understanding, the motors really don't even get wet because of the way the propellers are spinning when a drone is flying in the rain. It's the internal, the body, internal where all the wiring and stuff is at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they got that air vent at the front for cooling, and which means if you when you're going forward, you could highly end up with water being ingested into the drone
Right.
itself, and of course you've got a heap of heat sinks inside, which are very good at turning that any light moisture into
And then turn left.
water.
Yeah.
And then subsequently you end up with things going crap.
Turn left.
And I believe the Mini's got a fan inside, so that makes it even worse. I know my Mavic Pro's got a fan inside that starts up.
The Mini 3 Pro doesn't have one. The Mini 3 does. The
Yeah.
Mini 2 does, I believe.
Yeah, something
Go
you
straight
got to
up.
watch out for, because that means even if you're not going forward with the drone, there's air being sucked into the drone, so therefore you know, any type of rain can be doing damage.
You'd think they put the vents underneath.
I don't think it would help. It was your, yeah.
You've got the vents underneath and the shield.
Keep right. And then, you know, continue straight on.
No, it's well, put it this way, you've got to take into account the fact that they've got the camera on the front, so, and they need to get that 90-degree view down.
Yeah.
Plus heat rises. So
Yeah.
the first thing is going to be to get it from the top.
I suppose.
So, I'm sure our little friends in China have sat down and thought about this for many, many an hour.
You mean 20 minutes?
Well, but we are talking Chinese time here.
What the? Well, that's a couple of pallets of corned beef just tipped over in my truck.
Already?
Oh, so you're not going to get top marks for this one, Ed, this time round.
I don't know. I didn't crash, so that's a good thing. Yeah.
I've got the 3D printer going, and he's actually printing Mr. Egg. He's up to the eyes, and he's just doing the colouring in of the eyes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my printer up and running next couple of days. Got so many jobs on.
Oh,
Laura's new desk arrived today, so I've got to put that up.
no! Tell Laura to put it up herself.
Hell no.
She should be quite capable of putting it up herself.
Yeah, the desk will be upside down.
Yeah, but I didn't say which way it would be. I didn't say how stable it would be, but she should be able to put it up.
Yeah, no.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Cost me.
And I am picking my words very, very carefully here because
Yeah. Yeah, cost me £100 that table.
yeah, they're not cheap.
Exit now. Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
That's the one actually didn't have you have you put it up within 10 minutes of it arriving this morning.
Should have got told to start off. It arrived just before Paul went live.
Oh, so just after you finished streaming, it turned up at the door.
No, just after Paul went live. Just before Paul went live.
Right.
So about 1 o'clock.
Ah, that's right. Your morning and afternoon show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got to get in into north of the planet synchronization. I'm still in southern hemisphere mode.
Yeah. A lot of traffic clear.
Yeah, they heard you were on the road.
Recomputing.
Completely missed my turning.
That's probably why there's no traffic on the road.
No, it's why there is traffic on the road. What dates on them? Yeah, just been them.
Wow. They actually let you drive on footpaths in the UK.
No.
mind, sugar. I'll find us a new route.
But there was no one there to stop me.
Right.
Oh, it's taking me over to the Netherlands. Oh.
Laura's been here.
Okay, let's find a new route.
You see by the skid marks.
Finding a new route. Rerouting.
Back. Sliding.
Turn right.
North.
Is somebody in an elevator?
No, that was me opening the back door. Let the cat in.
Oh yeah, you got your thing, haven't you?
Came in and tried to cat it from us.
Well, get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Oh yeah, let me out. But park in the bloody space I needed to turn.
Sorry.
That was close.
Oh,
So what are you playing, Justin?
Fortnite, I think.
Fortnite.
That was new.
Something.
You live also, Justin? If anyone can hear Laura in the background, she's having a conversation with her mother.
Nope, we can't hear her.
I certainly bloody can. I don't think she actually needs the phone to talk to her mum.
did you just open the window?
Even though her mum is 3 miles away.
Yeah, that would work.
She hasn't got the understanding that you only have to talk quietly on the mobile phone and the microphone will pick your voice up and continue your journey.
She might have been brought up in the old party phone days where you near enough had to yell down the telephone line to get to hear anything, especially out in some of the country areas.
Yeah, probably, but she does it on the bus as well. She's on the bus and like everybody's listening to her conversation because she shouts. It's like, "Ugh."
Well, has she been and got her hearing checked?
Yep. Apparently
It's one of that.
I know it's a
that's
side
what
effect, isn't it?
Yeah, but what actually happens is that one of the normal first signs that somebody's hearing is done at a fade is when they raise their voice, thinking they're at the right level, but they can't hear themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a UK problem, I think. Everybody does it.
UK brother.
You want to get on a bus. There's like 90 people having a conversation and they're all shouting. And you're like, you can't even hear the other person. Why are you bothering? Put the phone down.
That is like our
Go straight on. That's right.
Anybody want to get high? Because we're going through Amsterdam.
You pulling over at the coffee shop? No, I love coffee.
Well, you soon won't be able to get high in Thailand. They legalised it, and now they've decided to reverse it after 12 months.
I wonder why that is.
Where's that?
Thailand.
Thailand.
In
Yeah,
Thailand?
they legalised marijuana, and then 12 months later they've just passed it in Parliament to reverse it because it had a really bad effect on the country.
Oh, what did they say happened?
Well, put it this way, the amount of violent offences, the amount of trouble and drug-related incidents just went through the roof. And it was easier to go ahead and enforce the marijuana rule law than what it was to clean up a mess that not having the letting people use marijuana caused. So
The problem is there's going to be a bigger supply of it now.
Yeah, it's going to be a good couple of years before they've fully got it out of the system. But it'll be interesting. I believe in some parts of the US they've got legalized marijuana. Be interested to see what they find after 12 months.
Well, it's been legalized in a bunch of states for a good while now. They actually said that crime rate has dropped.
Some crimes will drop. It depends. You know, if it's, if you legalise it and it's affordable, then crime will drop. If you legalise it and it's still expensive, people are going to go on the rob for it because it's addictive.
Continue straight on.
It's not only addictive; it's the long-term
Go straight on.
effects.
That's right.
You may have recalled a number of years ago a trial that was being done in Frogland, or France, where they went ahead and were using a derivative that came out of marijuana for headaches, and it caused people to go psychotic.
Yeah.
Now, what they believe is because there was nothing else that wasn't in marijuana given to them.
Hey Tim, how you
in other
doing?
words,
Links at the top
there
if
was
you want to join.
there was no additives to actually to make it a combined thing.
Bitch.
They're of the belief that if somebody uses it on a very regular basis, that they are ending up going to become psychotics. So who knows?
Well, that's annoying
Gotta be-
because over here, when I go to get to my mental health appointments for my PTSD and stuff,
Yes.
they always ask, "Are you doing drink? Are you doing drugs?" And when I say no,
Yes.
they don't take me seriously. And it's not
Yeah, I
it's
know.
not that it doesn't affect me. It's the fact that they don't get funding for people that aren't doing drink and drugs. That's where the money. That's where the money's at. Yeah. For me, I'm just a general patient. I'm a nuisance.
Well, yeah, I'm annoyed at times when I go up to the hospital and I've got to pay through the nose for a casualty appointment to get seen in casualty for an emergency. Yet somebody who attends on a psychotic thing literally gets a green light all the way through and kind of don't have to pay a darn thing, and it makes you think that you've got to be a psycho to actually go to the hospital.
Yep. That's
Well,
not taken away from people that do drugs, and people do drugs for different reasons. You know,
Yeah.
many people in my situation would turn to drink and drugs. And
Yeah,
they do question why I haven't, but I've saw my stepmom go through an alcohol problem, and I watched how she suffered at the hands of my father, who if she weren't an alcoholic, she wouldn't have gone through all that. She'd have ditched him a long time ago. And then I found her dead in the living room. So, yeah, that was me and my drinking days over with.
so in a sense, she probably went to drinking because of the other problem anyway.
But she didn't go to drinking because of my dad's problem. She was already drinking before she met my dad, but
It didn't help.
my dad didn't help, no. And unfortunately, there was a victim who they thought was the Yorkshire Ripper victim, Peter Sutcliffe, and he would never admit to it. The lady was related to my stepmom, so that's where it all went wrong for her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, they found who the murderer was now, but he was a copycat killer, as they call them. But she wasn't around to see that outcome, fortunately.
Yeah, like
It really did destroy the family, her side of the family.
yeah, copycat killers are they can normally work them out these days whether they're a copycat or if that they got it wrong originally. Mainly due to the fact that they make sure they don't release everything.
Yes.
That's in the signature of the offender. There's always something they'll hold back.
Yeah. Well,
And if
unfortunately, at the time, yeah, the copycat killer was doing exactly what Peter Sutcliffe was doing. You know, using hammers, sending taunting letters to the police and stuff like that. Yeah, and I suppose if you know your family's been through that, it's going to affect you.
Oh yeah.
But what I will say is, she may have had a drink problem, but she was a nice stepmom to me, and I'm glad that she was part of my life.
Yeah.
I just wish she could have been my stepmom without my dad being a dick.
That would help.
It would have helped a lot.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Have you ever known a motorway to just end at traffic lights?
Yeah.
I thought normally
seen
you would
that.
have a slip road or they rejoin another road.
No, it's possibly a case that they got to that T-junction, as to put it, and that's with plans to actually go on further, but just haven't built the road yet.
Well, get on with it, because
Turn right.
it's just weird that you come to the end of the motorway and there's traffic lights.
Well, I expect you to be having a speak to Tim about that one. He's one of these people that builds roads. Well, he's
no,
in the road business.
he controls the safety aspects of road.
Well, that's what he tells us. But yeah, no.
You do realise he's in the chat. He's watching.
Yeah. But, yes, and I know I'll get a blasting, but no. Yeah,
Get ready to turn right.
the roads department we used to have one group of people who did our roads,
Turn right.
and of course now they've got all these individual little companies that do little bits and pieces.
Yeah, over here it's still the council that deal with the roads, but they're so bad at it that they found potholes that have actually revealed the old Victorian cobbled roads. And the cobbled roads are in better condition. Traffic management, that's the one, Tim.
Yes. No. We actually had two extra lanes or overtaking. Around our town. 6 times it took them after they said it's finished and it's sealed and etc. They came back six times and actually dug it all up and did it again before they got it right. So yeah, I'm not a great liker of these private enterprise jobs where they go ahead and put in a real cheap bid and they can't do it to the standard, as to put it. And we end up getting a second-rate product. And the two overtaking lanes that they put in were just such a goddamn mess. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, there's...
Yeah, so Tim stands there with the stop flow sign, or this day and age they've got so lazy with stop and flow that they use little traffic light banks or traffic lights, and sit in a car and push a button.
Well, safety is paramount. I would not do Tim's job. I've seen people racing down roads and just ploughing through roadworks. He's like, nah, I can't do that.
Real?
With the traffic light situation that they've gone to now, they can control those well off. They can sit well off the road and decide to turn one side red and one side green.
A lot of them over here are camera controlled, but they still have the people sat there, monitoring it, making sure they all go right. He's got to set it up, and it's not an easy job either. You've got to plan how far ahead of the works. You've got to put the cones and stuff like that.
Mm.
A lot that goes
Yes,
into
I
it.
know.
Turn left.
Yeah, it's we had a set of traffic lights up on a road out of town for nearly 8 months when one of the contractors went belly up,
Yeah.
and they'd gone ahead and literally made it a one-way road. So they actually paid to actually have somebody sitting there 24 hours a day, looking at changing the lights.
I'm shocked. Justin's playing Fortnite. I've not heard no swear words, no cursing, no bashing other players. Must all be going good for him today.
I think he must be sick. Is Justin suffering from some illness that is causing him to be nice once?
Oh, I got you now, you little bitch.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's normal. He's totally normal.
Yeah, he is. You know, people rush through roadworks thinking, oh, there's no one working, but just because you can't see anybody working doesn't mean they're not.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we see a lot of cases where they go ahead, they leave all the signage up for months on end, and you go through there so many times and you don't see a single person. And you think to yourself, well, they've just left the signs up. And then if you look at the statistics, I'll guarantee in a lot of cases the signs have been up for months, and then subsequently each time the person's gone through, they've gone through a little quicker, because they don't believe the road works are actually happening.
Yeah, you see it all the time. You see roadworks and people go, oh, there's no one working there. But no, actually, because they've dug the hole, and, you know, if it's gasworks, they can't just go straight in the hole and start pissing around. They've got to let the gas, disappear and stuff before they can do the works.
Yeah.
You know, same with water leaks. You've got to allow the water to drain and stuff.
Yeah, those types of roadworks, no problems. We had a case where there was a 25km/h speed limit put in place for trucks entering the road in and out for roadworks about 5k's down the road, and they had the 25k limit for over 5km, where cars were just literally down at 25km/h.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't see why, especially knowing the fact that I actually went through on a Sunday, and there was nothing at the there was nothing in at the spot where where they were storing all the transport gear and etc. And all of that was there was totally nothing there. So we all slowed down to 25km/h for 5km for absolutely nothing. And that's where you get a lot of people that get annoyed.
Well, you say it's for nothing, but there will have been a reason. There will have been a thought process behind it and stuff.
Or is it a case that yes, it was there, but it was only needed when they were actually operational, and they don't. They're very rarely go and take their signs down at the end of the day.
Yeah. Like Tim
even
said, everybody wants to get home, and everybody wants to get home safely, including the road workers and everything else. If you've got someone doing, 73 road works, right? All it takes is one worker to turn around and poof.
Yeah, totally understand that, and I've got no problems when they're working. But when you know that that there is, but the road is in perfect condition, etc., and there's no one doing nothing, because they went and put up the signs 2 weeks before they actually even thought about doing any work.
Normally, over here, what they do when they put the signs up early, they put a little bag over the top of the sign.
Yeah,
and it's kids and that take the sign, the bags and. But I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Okay. Don't know where that came from.
Okay, let's find a new route. Go straight on and then turn right.
Yeah, just had an alert go off on my ear. That
Turn left.
couldn't have been able to go off on my ear.
Yeah.
Fantastic technology. Well, he's halfway through his eyes. It takes a little while, because it's got to swap through 3 colours. The whites of the eye, and the black eyeball, and of course in the outer colour, which is everything else. So each layer it's got to do 3 filament swaps.
Oh my God,
So
that's a lot of filament being wasted there.
yes, but it's one of those things. You want it coloured in. You unfortunately pay the cost. You pay the cost.
Have you seen the YouTube video of the guy that's put? He's printed a Sharpie holder that you put on your filament, and you can tell the printer apparently which Sharpie to use. Yeah, and it lowers the Sharpie in, and it actually colours the filament as it's going through.
No. I don't know how good it would work.
No, the video seems to show it working, but it doesn't mean that it is.
Yeah, because I've seen several different things that
Like, door.
at Earth going that they had a lot of little things that have been investigated. The AMS system that Bamboo have actually got, there was 2 or 3 different types of filament chain systems that they've actually stolen the different parts from, and actually built this the system that is known as AMS now.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I think they're gonna have to improve the AMS before I get it. I was gonna get it, but I think the fact that there's so much wastage. Yeah, and Tim.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying about what Tim was saying. He uncovers the signs in the morning, covers them again at night. But there are, over here anyway, there's little shits that go and nick them bloody covers.
Yeah, no. Our problem is with them, it wouldn't be kids because it's out on a country road. So you're looking at 25, 30 k's out of town. I don't think it'd be kids who would be nicking the covers.
Well, you never know. Could be the wind.
I think it's the case of these little buggers. The people at the end of the day aren't getting around to putting them back, but packing up properly. But well, that's life.
Yeah. But back to the 3D printers. Yeah, I think the AMS needs to. They need to come up with some better way of purging than wasting all that filament.
Yeah, it's.
You know, if you're doing a lot of prints and you're losing 2k of filament, you know, a week or a month, you know, that's like 30 quid's worth of filament just gone in the bin.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Or
the only other way,
find some better way, cheaper way to recycle it.
Yeah. Well, put it this way: there's two ways of multicolour these days. The Perusa way, which actually there's multi-material thing involved, that 5-headed printer that they've actually got. That way is the best way of doing it, because you can actually have multiple different types of material on the lines,
yeah,
or different colours, and you don't have to purge. So therefore, that gets rid of all the purging problems.
That's the one.
Altogether.
Yeah, that's the one that they've just cancelled the test runs on it. The Prusa way.
Prusa XL.
Yeah, I think they've just. Yeah, they've just ended the test on one of them. Oh,
right.
Well, what does they call it? The funding thing that they do before they, you know, while they're designing stuff.
Yeah. No, that it definitely has been released out into the wild now, because there's people that are starting to get their pre-orders, and they've got a couple of bugs that they haven't totally ironed out as well. But great concept, like the idea. The price is a bit outrageous for what you're actually getting.
Yeah.
Then you've actually got the type of system where you're actually changing the filament, and it's filament out through one nozzle. And that one nozzle is a big word here. You've got to remember, Bamboo Labs, Creality, all of those have gone for the longer, the longer nozzle for more heating area.
Yeah.
So they can get out more filament, so they can print quicker. In doing so, the problem is that means when you go ahead and cut the filament off and actually bring the next colour down, that's about an inch worth of nozzle that you've got to purge out of the system before you start getting the new colour come through.
Yeah.
And that's with.
But really, what it needs is when you once you've finished with, say you've finished with a white, and it pulls it back. Yeah, that's what it needs. It needs, instead of cutting off and then purging what's left, yeah, it needs to pull it back and just nip the end of the filament. You know where you get that bubble when you pull it out? You get a little bubble where it's already been heated. Yeah.
No. with the new longer nozzles, the really long ones, which you'll notice that with your bamboo when you actually set it up, and but you have a look at the you end up having a look at the size of the nozzle. With those longer ones, you've got over an inch worth of filament.
Yeah,
in
no.
molten
What I'm
state.
saying, well, that's a lot of.
That's a lot of filament that's
Yeah.
in molten state. And once it goes to molten state, you can't drag it back. You can't drag that back into a Bowden tube. So the only way out is to go the same way as you were going.
Yeah.
And so in other words, cut it off, pull that colour back,
Exit right.
bring the new colour in, and then you've got to push the old colour out.
Turn right.
And that's the only way they can do it. Back when we actually had the nozzles that were probably about a centimetre or so in size,
Yeah.
in length, there'd been no problem. See, the poop for that would have been so small that you wouldn't have. You'd have been happy to actually let that little blob go. But yeah, when you've got an inch worth of filament that's being heated.
Yeah. So then the next question is, they need to, when it knows it's going to change, it's got to change colour. Yeah. It's got to do the cutting off bit before it gets there. Yeah. So it's not having to purge anything. It's using the right amount of white that it knows is in the nozzle. And then when that runs out, the next colour is already there, ready to go. I know you'll get a bit of mixing. But
You're going to
like
get a
I
hell of
said,
a lot of mixing.
But you'll get, if you can get that mixing to work, so the mixing is done in the inside of the print, you know, the fill. You know, that is the way to do it.
Yeah, no, but you've got about 5 or 6 companies that have been working on this for a number of years. So I think it's a case that it's not going to go away soon.
Hey, Jody, how you doing?
It's going to take a long time before they.
Can somebody
before
let
they
Welsh
actually come
Rob
up
in?
with a solution.
He's in.
And here's the man with all the printers, Welsh Rob.
And I mean, and unlike Jonathan, I would have never said nothing about Rob like that. Oh, what's up, Rob?
Alright.
How you doing,
Say
Rob?
hello.
All that tells me is that you was having an unnormal day, and that's why you said it.
I just want to congratulate Rob on finally going live from his drone.
Oh,
But with no sound.
Exit right.
It's better.
yeah.
There may be no sound, but at least he's finally gone live.
No, I know why
Now-
there's no sound.
Why? Because
Okay.
she was on the phone to me instead.
That was one, but the other was the sound has got to come through the computer.
Yeah, to be rendered.
So I need to take a mic with me next time, or wireless. Mic.
Yeah.
Well, this is why people use
Laura
Prism, because
and Rob, Tim has said howdy to you both.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Tim.
so has Jody.
Blowjobs.
Hi, everybody in the chat.
yeah, that's why they use Prism, because then you can hear all the audio and everything.
Yeah,
I
but
think if you
Prism's
just
got
go-
all the telemetry on that, haven't you?
Yeah,
Got
but
the-
what I'm saying is, unfortunately, when you go live from the drone, there is no audio, because there's no.
Now,
I don't know
there's a
how
way.
you would.
Yeah, that is, because you got to run it through a PC. You
No,
can't
no.
just...
If I can just, do you actually have the smart controller? Do you know the original smart controller, not the watered down version, but the smart controller itself?
Yeah.
You know these. You've got one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. You want you want a USB-C microphone. They're available on the web. I've got one in my kit. You just plug the USB-C microphone in the bottom, and then subsequently you've got mic to go with your streaming.
But that won't work for what I'm doing.
Actually,
It'll work
Good.
for talking, but it won't get you the outdoor sounds. If you, I think it's
no,
It'll give him the sound of him, but not the sound of the drone. Only time you hear the drone is when he's taking off and landing close to him.
yeah.
because there is no microphone on the drone itself. That you're never going to be able to fix. And kind of, if anyone wants to add the sound of the drone noise, well,
Right, you wouldn't
I
nobody be
can't
able to
see
hear.
why.
Yeah, I'm not actually bothered though about the microphone a minute. I got bigger fish to fry than the microphone a minute.
Yeah. So what you got done today is what you needed to do.
Today was just a test, a proof of concept to see, if I could go live from that drone.
Yeah. And was that with the mobile dongle you was on about getting?
Yes.
Yeah. So that works.
Yes. Yeah, that works. And I was in one of the worst areas, and it still worked.
Yeah, because it flicks through the networks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It was just a little bit choppy in
yeah.
parts,
Wasn't great.
but
Wasn't great, but
it still did the job.
Yeah.
it'll do.
It's progress, considering, you was going to be buying Starlink at whatever that price is, and
Yeah. Yeah, but
Starlink has gone way down in price.
Tim said get a
it's
lapel mic if you need a mic.
Well, he has a lapel mic. Didn't you buy those ones that I suggested?
Yes.
Just a little. They actually worked really good for the price. I ain't even gonna lie. Some of the review videos I saw on those things too, they were really good at the noise cancellation.
yeah, I've
Those
also
are
now got to try and figure out how to run that lot through Streamlabs.
So you need now to be able to stream it to your computer, and then from there out.
Okay, you need a HDMI capture, because that's how I did it originally.
Everything
before-
I've got haven't got an HDMI because I want to go live from the GoPros, and I want to go live from the GoPros, and what else do I want to do? Go live from the FPV drones and everything else through the RTMP links.
Right.
Yeah, you got to remember the RTMP the RTMP link is your link to, when I'll call it the studio, or whether it's YouTube or whatever. So technically your studio. So you can only have one link to the studio. You can't have multiple links back to the studio. You've got to do the switching in the software out in the field.
I could have it sent to Streamlabs.
Not multiple camera sources. You can't have sent to Streamlabs and back. Okay, you'll never get that to work. Take it from someone who spent many a month. There used to be
You sure you can't get multiple stream sources? Because if you look on my screen on YouTube, I've got the game catcher going, so it's obviously catching that, and then I've got it capturing Zoom.
Yes.
At the left.
that's all being done at your end. You're sending one stream with everything put together back to onto YouTube or whatever you're using. So you're using so whether it be that you're sending it to StreamYards for StreamYards to send it out to everyone or whatever, you're sending one stream through to that provider to distribute for you. You can't have 4 or 5 cameras set up streaming to the say StreamYards, because there's no way of putting it all back together.
Right.
You've got to have one stream, and then StreamYard does distribution and all of that, but
so you can have multiple sources streaming into StreamYards, but StreamYards only stream one source out.
That's right.
But couldn't I have, for example, a 2 or 3, like I don't want, like, 6 cameras working at once, but maybe 2. So
No,
couldn't I have 2 go into YouTube channels and then StreamYard capturing the channels and just switching between them?
No, I think you'll find it will get very, very messy very, very quickly. And
You'll
the other
get
thing,
what?
it'll get very messy very quickly. Now, I'll just finish what I was saying before. Ozpie Drone, which used to be the YouTube channel out of Australia, had once a month a global fly-in, as they called it. And I actually went ahead and set up to be able to broadcast from my region to actually send to that program. And it was back in the day when the DJI app didn't have RTMP streaming or anything like that into it. So I did a lot of work. The biggest problem I actually found is when you actually send a stream up to the stream through the 4G, you can't keep the you can't use that for actually receiving as well, because technically speaking, there's just not enough bandwidth. There's enough to get it up, but you can't view it on the same device, the same network connection. There just wasn't enough to actually handle that. So that's where you start getting the jerkiness, because the 4G has whilst it may actually have a fantastic comeback speed for watching videos and stuff like that, your uplink speed is relatively low, and you've got to be very, very careful not to overload it, otherwise you end up with a choppiness. I did some extensive testing. I've got it down to a fine art now. Prison, try not to use it. It does not like the DJI Fly app 100%, and can cause the DJI Fly app to crash, which in some cases may be quite detrimental to what you want to achieve, and can make it very hard to control your drone once you've actually killed your link. But yeah, it's an area that I've done a hell of a lot of work in, and I've found what will work and what won't. If you're looking at using Starlink, our early tests at the moment is, whilst it's got it suffers from the same problem as the mobile phone links, where the downlink speed's nice and fast. It's the uplink speed's not quite there for real streaming, unless you're on the highest commercial package. We've got the high-end commercial package now, and I don't think you could afford the high-end commercial package. We've actually got another one here called IP Star here in Australia, and that requires a little dish and a few other toys, and that has got really good two-way satellite comms speed-wise, but the thing you lose out there is it's not as portable as it because you've actually got to know where to point the dish. So you point the dish into the air, get all the fancy lights come up, and then you push the button and you've got internet. But yeah, that's only available here in Australia, IP Star, because we've got 3 satellites that are in geostationary orbit that are designed to do that system. So yeah, I don't know what the UK has on offer in regards to satellite, or whether they even have satellites, because
we definitely have satellites.
Yeah, I know you've got satellite TV.
No,
what I'm getting.
I'm talking about satellites in space. We sent quite a lot up.
Yeah, I know you got satellites up there, but are they for doing internet? Because your towns are so close to each other that it probably would have been easier to go ahead and put in microwave linking and stuff like that, and do it another way. Here in Australia, the people who use the IP Star are the ones that are out on the farm properties where you travel half an hour down a dirt road off the highway to actually get to their from their front gate before you actually get to the house. So you've got to go they're a fair distance in, and connecting them up cable-wise was going to be absolutely useless.
That was one of the conversations me and Rob had about Starlink the other day. It was about the tree business. Unfortunately, Rob lives in Wales, and you know there's a lot of trees.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't want this particularly for Wales, but
well, even in the Shropshire and stuff, there's still a lot of trees, and you're not going to be able to carry a chainsaw around and start hacking down every tree you see. Yeah, I want me internet.
Yeah, I know we've got a couple of people that are living at rough in motorhomes out at a park south of our town, that have got they don't fall into the category of the normal homeless type because they've got Starlink, and they're whinging complaint to council because council wouldn't chop down a heap of trees that are around the park in question, so that they could get better Starlink coverage. They should think themselves lucky that they didn't go ahead and charge them for actually parking there. In the first place.
So what was your outcome? It's not doable, is it?
Well, put it this way, 4G, if you're sending up one stream, not using the dongle for anything else, you'll achieve it. But that's the last stream I did.
Yeah, we've got 5G here, so 5G is round about 500, 600 meg upload, and ranges between 90 and 200 meg download on a good day. On a very good day, you can probably add on a half of the upload and double the
And unfortunately,
download.
What they don't tell you is it's all timing. The The further you are away from the site, the larger the timing, the lower the speed. So you're probably looking at about 1.5 kilometres from a tower to get would be the limit for you getting the top end range speeds.
Yeah,
it's a real shitter.
yeah. I mean, when I have 5G internet.
Tim's asking, have you got Starlink, Trevor?
The emergency services has Starlink, and we've extensively tested it because we were looking at a way that when we get out to the scene, let's say when we had the River Murray flooding a couple of years back now, we'd be able to go ahead and stream straight into our operations centre and let our intelligence branch actually see live what we can see. And they trialled it for that, and they had a lot of problems, and it all came down to bandwidth, and they ended up going for the biggest, most juiciest plan they could get their hands on off of Starlink to actually be able to do it, and it cost them a bundle for the incident, but straight after the incident they actually went and cancelled it because it was too expensive for government to actually have.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is. It was too expensive for the government to have. But yeah, they got it to work during the flooding event, which went on for around about 6 months, and they were sending out teams with the drone to have a look at certain areas and to measure the water level, and etc. And if they found anything, they just phoned up the intelligence branch, and the intelligence branch actually brought up the screen, and they said they were able to explain straight to intelligence
Tim
what's
asked,
going on.
what packages were you using? Are you talking about?
Yeah, their top. It was their top tier.
Most likely it'd be some kind of enterprise level.
Yeah, it's right. It was their highest level. I only got to hear about it after the event, mainly due to the fact that I've been pushing to use it for a few other types of incidents.
Well, it's gotten better probably a lot since then too, because just the short time Tim had it, it tripled in power.
Yeah.
So if that's my case, it doesn't matter if I'm not, live as in like instant live. So what's a drone battery got? 25 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I come to change the battery, take the memory card out, slam it into a computer, play it, and then somebody screen share that out.
Well, when you look at it, you get streaming wise from the drone and just the drone, no problem. You can do that every day of the week, and probably without any difficulty. The minute you start wanting to watch the video back at the location at the same time, and go ahead and do other things like bring in a Zoom call, for instance, or whatever. That's all bad. That's all bits of bandwidth that adds up.
Yeah,
you actually need to do that, and then you're stuck in the chattering and the other problems.
Yeah, what I've done though is it's only handheld gimbals, but people can come in on their own phone network, can't they?
Their own. Don't get what you're getting at there.
If I had a Zoom or wanted a different,
Go straight on. That's right.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the smart controllers have got a HDMI out. Even my
Yeah,
old one that
yeah,
was
I know.
my old original one. So therefore, you can always run that in to actually use Zoom. We initially, within the emergency services, used Teams. We actually we added a camera source on Teams, but now that we've got all our drones are actually capable of doing the RTMP plus a few others plus the well they all like the Pilot 2 app, which have got another one that DJI's set up where we can set up a command center and they can switch between them and do magic. But yeah, it's all enterprise price stuff, and of course anything that's enterprise is also dollar based, and you get it could cost big money to actually do. Not something I would actually play. I personally would play with.
Yep.
Yeah, but just sending one stream back to a studio or sending one stream back to YouTube, no problem whatsoever. I think there's an RTMP server somewhere over in the States that we used to use for Ospi drones, and literally we sent to that, and then Ospi drone picked it up off of that and actually re-put it out through YouTube. But that was quite an extensive setup, and I haven't actually seen somebody else that's able to go that's actually got an RTMP server that doesn't charge an arm and a leg for those type of things. So
right, I'll be back in a minute. 2 minutes.
Okay.
What, you pulled into one that was closed, did you?
Yeah. I need to go backwards. Navigation completed.
You've still got those hookers in your truck.
Why is it not? Oh. Yes, the ladies are still in my truck. They're not hookers, they're trainee drivers.
Really? Right, okay. Well,
I'm teaching them
we'll
how not
believe
to drive.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark!
Whatever name you have to give them to make yourself sleep better at night, David, you do that.
That's
That person's on every bus that passes.
oh, he's got to the black eyeballs. So he's putting the black eyeballs in.
Cool.
Oh, this should look quite good when it's actually finished. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I would love to see the day that they come up with a way of actually dyeing the filament on the go, so that you inject in a clear filament, and
Yeah.
there's another line that actually throws colour in, and subsequently the two mix, and you end up with your colour coming out. But I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't know. I think they will go down the route like a normal printer would. I think that's where they're heading.
Yeah, well, I've seen a lot over the last fair few years that they've actually done, but it seems to be one of those problems that they can't achieve. They originally had what they call one nozzle, multiple inputs to the one nozzle. So you had your red, green, blue, and that you could actually mix your colours. That failed because you had some colours that weren't moving quick enough, and subsequently they got cooked in the nozzle, and then subsequently didn't go because they weren't moving. They turned into light treacle, and blocked the thing up, and then that colour wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So that idea failed years ago.
Yeah. So Mark, I just want to say that yesterday I did not drive into the tree. The tree running my way.
Right.
That's what it was. If the tree didn't jump out in front of me, it wouldn't have got hit.
Right. Now, was the tree laughing at the time?
Yeah, it was actually.
Right.
And it was waving its branches at me, going, yeah.
Turn right.
Oh, what in the hell crazy shit is this? And Mark's talking about how to make spag bol now. Spaghetti ball and easy.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Right, I'm gonna have to restart in a minute.
Goodbye.
So Rob, you've actually gone ahead and changed your name to Back, haven't you?
Changed it to what?
You've changed your name to Back.
I can't see.
Well, you
it.
said
You said I'm back, so you said you've changed your name to
Oh
back.
yeah. Right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I'll be back now.
Okay.
I can guarantee, in the case of Ken Heron with his trees or dicks, if they went ahead and cut every single tree down on the planet except one, Ken would still actually hit it.
Thank you. Yep. Dinner has been served. By the way, is the tomatoes in the burger?
Ooh.
Cool. Tomato and cucumber in the burgers. But she didn't go out and get any lettuce, so disgraceful behaviour.
Oh, that's just terrible. So at least we'll see based on that burger whether you think you can get a job at Hungry Jack's, McDonald's. So we got Hungry Jack's here, but
No, she
yeah,
won't.
McDonald's that you've got over there.
She put the salad underneath the burger
Ah,
instead of on top.
God, that's a failure.
What the hell's going on here? See, Tim, I wait for the traffic lights. I'm not like Laura.
Now, what you should do is do a run through with all the fines turned on, both of you, and see who gets the most amount of fines, or let's see, the winner will be the one who gets the least amount of fines.
I think me and Laura would not have enough money to pay the fines. I may have 160 billion in the bank, but I don't think I've got enough.
So things like all the speeding fines,
So look, Laura's been through here. She went straight into that brick wall there, and did clean it up.
Yeah.
And that's the idiot Tim's talking about.
Nice one for Laura to keep an eye out at the supermarket and get her lettuce spray.
I don't think I'll be using any lettuce spray. Although I do believe the vicars have own the copyright to that. Every Sunday they go to the congregation. They go, "Let us spray."
Yeah.
Now I didn't rebuild my truck, although there was a spell where my truck was laughing at it being crashed in the road.
Keep right, and then turn right.
I've not done too bad today.
Yeah, you haven't had any serious crashes.
Crash that truck.
I mean, the pallet may have been tipped over when I, for some reason, went up on two wheels going round the corner at 20 mile an hour.
Too many G-forces, that's your problem. Justin, you look like you're very red in the face.
Yeah, it's really dark in here right now. I just don't have any of the lights on. It's just picking up my lights from my screens and everything.
Yeah.
Let Worst Rob back in, please.
Don't really want to, but okay.
Do we really have to?
My backpack.
No.
Yes, you're back. So, Rob, you better change your name to back then on the screen if you're back.
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
That's right, Mark. Yesterday, just driving along, and then all of a sudden, the truck just went "Bleh!" and just threw itself over.
Okay, friends.
We can't help it that you'd been drinking.
I wasn't drinking. The truck must have been. Maybe I put the wrong AdBlue in.
Yeah.
I put the blue vodka in instead of AdBlue.
Should have made it go faster. Pure alcohol.
No, that doesn't work too well. Pure alcohol.
I'm surprised I haven't brought that into the game yet. Yeah.
What, drink driving?
No, AdBlue.
Laura
all
went right
trucks
to
have
drinking and driving.
All trucks have to use AdBlue.
It's like I already do that from home. I don't even need an update.
Yeah, they had that big shortage of it here in this country a couple of years back where it near enough brought everything to a halt.
It's not every truck is ones after a certain year. But to go into London, you got to have like a Euro 6, haven't you, engine?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the high pollution spot for your country, isn't it?
Not really.
No.
There's a high bank balance zone.
Oh, right.
You got the congestion charge, and then you got the ULEZ charge. Now the ULEZ charge is quite a strange one, because certain vehicles that they class as polluting and killing people, you know, because of the damage to the environment, if they don't pay the £12.50 ULEZ charge, they're not allowed into London. But if they pay the £12.50 ULEZ charge, they're free to go through London and kill everybody. Makes
Right.
sense.
Well, that's very good of them. So you can actually pay to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, We'll just have to wait for these electric trucks to come out.
They've already got them. They're apparently not as good.
Yeah, I know they're doing tests between Adelaide and Port Augusta with the electric trucks. Apparently, pick up the freight down in Adelaide and travel the about 360 kilometres up to Port Augusta to drop it and then come back again. That's one battery charge.
Get ready to turn left.
So yeah, going to be interesting to see if they'll be able to afford the downtime, because technically speaking, the
Turn left.
truck's
Laura,
going
what are you doing?
when the truck gets back. When the truck gets back each
I'm watching
day,
a video. I've just turned it down.
yeah, when the truck gets back each day, technically that's 8 hours. It's got to sit there while it gets its batteries topped up. So that's that truck doing nothing for 8 hours. With a diesel truck, you can just go ahead, fill up the tank, change drivers, and off you go. For another XYZ amount of hours.
They're not going to have enough infrastructure for forever for all this lot. They're not. That's what I think, anyway.
Well, they're actually building a hydrogen production plant at Port Augusta at the moment, so it's going to be interesting to see whether the hydrogen truck can actually make the distance.
They've got them in the UK as well.
They've tried that. They've tried that with the city buses, but they're limited range.
Seems more realistic, though, doesn't it?
It's a case that I think they're going to have to go for something that's two fuels. So they're going to need a bit of both worlds. But yeah, I just don't know how they have. They're going to have to come up with some type of solution, because sooner or later, that diesel, the oil that's in the ground is going to run out sooner or later anyway.
Don't worry, we've gone to the moon now. We can drill there.
It's highly likely there'll be nothing up there, because you know where petrol comes from. The billions of years ago, when the Earth actually had all the trees on it, etc., and it's the fossilized wood. Over many years with pressure and everything, actually turns into the coal, which then, if still left in the ground
Turn right.
for a lot longer, turns into oil. But we're talking millions of years, so it's a long. There's a lot of work involved.
Why is my truck want to go back?
Just make whatever you can with nuclear. Be done with it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, I could just see the accident on the corner. Two cars collide, and then you got the big boom, and you lose the next 2 or 3 suburbs become a radiation zone.
It'll stop ram rates, I suppose, won't it?
Yeah, no one will be using that corner for a while.
Only a 200-foot mushroom cloud in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I bet you people will drive out more careful.
Because that's the problem. It's one of the problems we're noticing at the moment with the lithium-ion batteries. You get an electric car involved in an accident, If the battery becomes damaged, then subsequently you get a lithium fire, and then subsequently that car's a total write-off. And it's only got to be a little tap. So not as saying that a normal car would have actually survived and probably lived to.
That's the problem with lithium batteries.
They
have not mastered how to protect them.
And then turn left.
Yeah, there's a lot of work still to go in the lithium-ion batteries.
Lithium-ion batteries would be safe if they stop bloody surrounding them with plastic.
It's all over now.
Plastic's too fragile.
Hmm.
You know, an insulation core, and then a metal core, and then maybe plastic. Yeah, no, it adds a bit of weight, but tough. Not everything has to be lightweight.
But yeah, it's an interesting one. They've definitely got to work on it, because even the batteries if that dictates where you actually have to stop overnight, it's going to be a pain in the butt. I saw a good one. I was staying at a hotel in Whyalla, which is north of me, and gets up in the night to go off to do the job I had to do, and went past one of the rooms, and coming out of the room was a power cable to the car. He'd actually plugged it in to charge his car overnight off the hotel room. So that kind of where he probably paid the same amount for his room as I did, but he can guarantee he got his money back in power that he put back into his car. So he would have used a hell of a lot of electricity to recharge his car overnight.
And that is how you park. Yeah, that is a big problem down here. They had all these electric buses that only use the electric in the compound, in the bus station and stuff. And then all of a sudden it was like, right, take that back to the UK. Back to the bus station. Yeah, really useless. Oh, it looks like...
Yeah, no, but we had a bit the lot of these the hydrogen buses that they've got operating in the city. They've actually had that break down a few times because it's run out of fuel, and that's only operating around the city. It's a very small route around the city. You'd have thought that the driver of that one would have been unnoticed.
I'll tell you where the big where cars should be heading, and that is in the wireless charging thing. So the power is provided through the road into your car.
Turn right.
You know, and then you obviously charge.
Safe and
Oh,
sound.
it would, because it's only similar to a tram or a train.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of difficulty. Number one, we would be looking at there would be a little bit. You wouldn't be able to use the road for anything else. So a person wouldn't be able to cross the road.
Well, they would if it's wireless charge. You look at how you wireless charge your phone, right? You're not getting an electric shock from that, are you?
No, but what you at that type of charging, creates what's like a magnet, which would be detrimental to a vehicle, because technically, if you've got a magnetising effect, you're actually slowing your car down, or your vehicle down, and you're using more fuel to move from point A to point B.
What the hell?
You're a bitch!
I beg your pardon, Justin.
That's off the wedding singer.
I was hanging out on the side of my truck then, look, I just heard you, you're a bitch! I was like, the fuck? What the hell's going on in this warehouse?
That news would have been good to me yesterday. It's an amazing film, that is.
I haven't seen that since it came out.
Julia Gulia. That's her name. Oh dear.
Now you drive safe, you hear?
I was actually watching that new movie with Adam Sandler last night, Spaceman. I have to finish watching it. I only made it about halfway through and started falling asleep.
I used to watch all of his films at one time, but
Yeah, ever since he hooked up on Netflix, though, he's been doing really crappy films.
Yeah, because they're trying to rush him.
Yeah, he used to do like really like ones that were like blockbuster hits, and now they're just kind of they're okay.
Turn left.
The worst movie though, he has to be. I would say the one movie that he caught the most hate about was Jack and Jill, and that was such a stupid movie. That was probably his
there was
worst
quite
movie.
a few Click.
Keep right.
That was another bad one.
Turn right.
Well, Click wasn't bad. I could watch that. Wasn't too bad.
Turn right.
And at least not in my opinion, it wasn't. But yeah, Jack and Jill was the one where he was playing two parts in the movie. He was playing his sister and him. And yeah, it just was not a very good movie. But I think now it's Happy Madison Productions. I think they're teamed up with Netflix now.
Yeah, they're overdoing it. They rush the writing, they rush the making of it. You know, where you should have a real good funny sketch that you think, you know, that it builds up to it, and it's just let down by the poor acting and the rush of it.
Well, Netflix just say, don't they, you know, here's like 150 million, make us 6 films.
So far, his production company has made 9 films for Netflix. So yeah, it seems like he's pretty much got like an open just to make movies. Do what?
What films were they?
Doesn't say offhand. It just said 9 films.
No, I was just wondering if it was any good, and you think, oh yeah, that was.
Turn left.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know, dude. All these streaming platforms are hiring all these A-list celebrities to come in and make movies for them, and they're just really shitty scripts. Some of them, I would say Netflix, when it comes to Netflix, their shows are really good. But when they start doing movies, it's like, they tank every time. Their movies are just horrible.
Obviously, I don't watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, Netflix don't start releasing something good, that's having something decent to watch on, they're going to fall into my category of being having membership terminated, because I work to the basis if I go 2 or 3 months without finding anything that I want to watch on something, it gets the membership gets deleted. And
Well, you could
yeah.
do like some people do that will, you know, they'll get it for a couple months, watch the shows that they want to watch when they come out, and then they get rid of it, and then that's the thing is Netflix will keep your account for a long ass time. Like we went almost a year without Netflix, where I canceled it. We didn't have it for almost a year, and probably a little over a year. And then when I logged back in and redid my payment, all of a sudden it just popped up and everything was still there, as if we were still using it the whole time. All the shit I watched,
sales
everything.
and retention. That's where that is.
But then again, you get a VPN as well, because then you can.
They're
No,
putting a
I've
block
done a
on
lot
that
of.
anymore.
The only ones that I have found that work anymore are the deep connects. The ones where you actually are hardwired in your house with the VPN to your whole network.
Yeah.
But all the online ones, all the browser-based VPNs, none of them are working anymore.
No, because
They'll still mask your IP and all that, but as far as like using them for Netflix and Disney Plus and all those, it doesn't work anymore.
No, because they work by adding an extra code into the top of the header of any website that you visit. That's what they do. And unfortunately, that code's visible. So just below the header of the website, you know, companies just put a little thing in and go, is there an ad blocker? Is there a VPN?
Yeah, like if I try to log into Netflix with my VPN, with any of them, it says that they're all, it can detect every one of them. Like I said, the only one that I've found that it doesn't seem to detect at all is the Deep Connect, but those are like $100 to $300 a piece, depending on how fancy of one you want. That's the one that David and Sean use, and theirs still work.
I got IP Vanish, that still works.
They're slowly getting all of them. I mean, it's over time they'll start recognizing them. They'll save
It's
IP
all where the code
addresses.
is put, that's all. Mostly, if a lot of these VPNs today changed it and put the code in the middle of the website, so when the website loads, it puts the code in the middle. Yeah, you'll get that top advert still, unfortunately. That's where your VPN will work again.
Yeah, I want to get the Deep Connect one. I don't remember the name of it, but there's a cheaper one that they have that it literally you just plug it into your Ethernet cord right into your router or your modem, and that's it. It's a very basic, simple one. I think that one's like $100.
Oh, no cap.
Is that a one-off fee, or is that a subscription based?
Nope. Once you buy the product, you have it for life. The actual masking, the VPN, and all that's free. And there's a whole software that you can download for it and everything. You can control everything. But it pretty much will start at the beginning of your internet in your house, and it filters out to everything. So it's not everybody's shit when they're on their Wi-Fi.
Bit of a bastard though when you want to do the online banking, and your bank suddenly goes, "You're in Nigeria." Oh well, you can't log in here.
I don't know how that works, but I know the software is pretty extensive. You can do a lot of different controls with it. So you can kind of tweak it to the way you want it to work. The last time I checked with Sean, he said his was still working, so that was not too long ago. Because I noticed that my VPN, both of my VPNs weren't working anymore. Even if I try to connect to another server in the US, it still won't let me do it. Even though it's not going to change the
your
what
location.
it's showing me. Well, it's not going to change the programming that I get.
No.
Like if I was to VPN in Canada, it might have some shows that we don't have, vice versa.
I don't get why they do that anyway. They should just be done with it.
Well, like I said, if I even connect to Jacksonville, which is 4.5 hours away from me,
Yeah.
If I connect to their server, it's just automatic. Or if I connect to their IP, it still won't let me do it. And that's what kind of annoys me when I see all these people on YouTube that are still promoting these VPNs, and they still say that in their promotion that oh, you can unlock content from other countries. Yeah, that shit ain't working anymore.
Yeah, well, this is why they're clamping down on people using IPTV for football and stuff. You know, your VPN is no good anymore. It's not blocking your...
I mean, people will find loopholes. They always do.
Yeah.
And then some of these VPN companies might update their shit to where it does bypass that. I mean,
For 5 minutes, there's a game of cat and mouse in it.
Yeah.
yeah, they'll go back and forth. Those VPNs, I'm sure some of them, the really good ones, like Avast and Shark VPN, and some of the real popular ones you see a lot online of, I'm sure those guys will probably come up with some loophole, and then they'll plug it and they'll do it again.
I need to apologise to YouTube because they've moved me onto this new layout, and the VPN, not the VPN, the ad blocker that I still had, because obviously I had YouTube Premium anyway. Now I've cancelled that, and I still don't get adverts because the ad blocker started working on the new version. On goal. Not only did you lose me as a premium customer, I still don't get the adverts.
Now, if you VPN'd into another country, it wouldn't change the layout of your YouTube?
Yeah, it's still the same.
Yeah, I was curious if that would change it.
Mark, your IPTV will still work, but your internet provider will know that you are using one. And at the moment, they're not clamping down on those watching the programs, they're clamping down on those providing the programs. They're spending millions in the UK on catching those that are providing the online streaming. You definitely, I would hope that once you open them two tins, you would know the difference between meatballs and dog food.
Turn left.
What is IPTV? Is that one like on a
Internet Protocol TV?
I think I've seen it over here. I think Mark's talked to me about it before.
You can get it across the world. It's literally just a device like a Fire Stick or something with coding put on it.
Careful saying my name. I know that's a naughty word for YouTube there.
What's that?
K-O-D-I one.
Cody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Coding is not illegal software. It's what you use it for that makes it illegal.
Well, I know people who spoke about it and their channels are gone. That's why they've all gone to Rumble.
Well, if you're advertising it, and I don't recommend anyone using it.
No. They can't even say it anymore on their channel.
We'll wait and see, won't we? But
well, a lot of them moved over to Rumble because technically what they're showing you is technically not legal.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean,
it's those that
that's
are
like-
showing you how to use it, how to cheat it and stuff.
But not another one. No, I can't be bothered.
I mean, Rumble might not be clamping down on people now, but eventually
They
They
will.
will.
somebody will catch wind of, or they'll catch the eye of somebody that doesn't like it. And then, you know, here comes a bunch of companies looking to get blood and everything else. See, that's the thing, is YouTube actually goes out and gets contracts with a lot of these companies, so they don't have to worry about shit like that. That's why they don't get in trouble too much or stuff.
Yeah.
Like music, they have contracts with over 150 different record labels. And that's why you're able to use mainstream music without getting in trouble. Because they have an agreement with them. If somebody uses it, you get the money for it. Plain and simple. And people are like, okay, that's fine with me. See, Rumble still hasn't gone out and done any of that stuff yet. I don't think I've heard of. So eventually, if they don't have some kind of control over their site, it will get out of control at some point.
Yeah. Well,
That's the thing.
what happens with copyrighted music on there? Is that getting picked up, or is
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you.
because they'll be the first ones to clamp down on it. The copyright laws.
But I know you can play copyright music on Twitch.
Yeah, they'll get done eventually. But then again, it all depends on what the contract is with the music industry, because I'm sure Twitch, being part of Amazon, will have some sort of contract involved there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say Amazon's their big brother, like, and Amazon already has Amazon Music, so there might be something already embedded into that that says they can use it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why Twitch is still around, is because Amazon keeps footing their negative income that they've been having every year.
I need to restart in a minute.
Okay,
They did.
catch you in a minute.
They did a. They looked at Kick and Twitch, and Kick is starting to get really big like Twitch for gaming, and they found that Kick was a slightly smaller. It wasn't quite as big as Twitch, but it's getting there. But they were running the entire company with like 40 or 50 people or something like that. It was actually kind of a small group. And Twitch had over like 500 or 600 employees doing the same thing. And then
Yeah,
they just, I think recently they just fired 400 of them.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting the free version of Restream and restreaming some of my YouTube lives over to like Twitch or Kick or somewhere. But I've not decided which one to go for.
Yeah, you have to do something on Twitch because it doesn't actually save your live streams. I think me and Laura were talking about that one day. I think you have to go in and set some kind of setting or something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't really save anything. It's just kind of you're live on there when you're live, and then when you leave, you leave.
I send all my videos from Twitch to YouTube. You can export them to it.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
not
but
what
that's
I'm
going.
on about. I'm talking
He wants to
about.
go the other way.
I'm talking about streaming at the same time. Because you can stream with Restream. You can restream to 2 channels. So
I'm actually surprised.
You can do YouTube and one other, Facebook.
I'm actually surprised Zoom hasn't done that yet, with all the other ones doing it now. Because StreamYard was the first to do it.
Yeah. To be honest,
And then
OBS
Easy
is where it needs to be changed. Restream is an OBS plugin, but it's expensive to. If you bought the paid package, then you can stream to 30 different
Go
locations.
straight on. That's right.
Not sure you want to stream to 30 different locations.
Yeah, that's a little much. Like 4 is enough. Like I could imagine trying to do like 10 or 15. Jesus.
The only thing I like about it is that all your chat comes up into one box, and it'll just tell you at the side where the messages come from, and then you only stream out to Restream, and then Restream feeds it out for you. Oh, you must have let that person off on that bus.
Go straight on. That's right.
Yeah, I guess if you were going to stream right through Rumble, yeah. Now, I'm curious, does Rumble actually have its own panel setup?
Oh, you
I
didn't
don't
see
know.
that. Right, what does he put? Rumble lets you stream to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and X all at the same time, and you can
Wonder.
put a custom. Whatever.
He's talking about
the hell
RTM,
you-
PN.
RTM.
Yeah, you can put a RTM and P in there. That's how I had to do Rumble on Eve Mux.
Yeah, I can't see me going over to Rumble. It doesn't have a traction there. Doesn't have anything really. I know a lot of channels get fake views on there. When I was looking at, when Bill posted about it, I had a look on there and one video showed up, it had 1 view. I refreshed the page, it had 5,500. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there was a lot of people watching it. And, yeah, you got to remember, it goes worldwide all at once.
See, the problem with YouTube is
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't actually send out notifications to every single one of your subscribers neither.
Now,
That's another problem. That's been proven numerous times that they don't do that. You could have 10,000 subscribers, but they might only send out a couple thousand notifications. If that. I mean, that's if you're lucky. Most they might send out a couple hundred.
yeah, I mean the problem with YouTube as well is you don't get the views it claims.
Well, you'll get a lot of people that will subscribe to you too. That they might have liked the one video that they ran across, subscribed to you, but then never
come back.
Yeah, they never come back, but they never unsub from you neither. They just kind of let it sit there and linger, but they never actually go back and watch any of your stuff. They just happen to really like the one video that they watched, but then you don't really grab their interest again after that.
That's why YouTube needs to take a subscriber away from AdSense.
Go straight on. That's right.
That's like if I go into the YouTube studio and look at all that stuff, it shows you. So it's. But if you were actually getting all your subscriptions for getting a notification, it would be a lot. You'd probably have a better chance of getting more people to come in.
Yeah. Zoom have released a new package where you can have. I think Laura said it was either 10,000 or 1,000
That's right.
panel members. It's like, why the bloody hell would you want that?
Well, in that case, too, it's not even really a panel. It's more of you log in and you're not allowed to turn your microphone on. You're just sitting there listening to like a presentation or something.
Yeah.
There's just no way in hell you'd be able to
Yeah, you
monitor
gotta-
1,000 people talking.
Nah.
Shut up! Straight on.
But well, when you look at it, if you've got a really big group
Go
of
straight on.
employees, would be a good one. You could actually have the chief actually address them all by Zoom, and subsequently take questions from the floor and stuff like that. That's what Zoom was originally designed for. It was designed to compete with Microsoft Teams, which I've already.
Wasn't Zoom here before Teams?
Teams has been here for a long time, just under another name. Like it was the business branch of Skype. So
Yeah, Microsoft bought Skype.
yeah, it used to be Links, they called it for a while, and then and Links, you had the capability of having a conference call with 2,000 of your friends.
You remember when Google Hangouts used to be about? I mean, they have started. It is still there, but they killed it when they stopped you going live onto YouTube with it.
Yeah. But it's one of those things. A lot of these have been around for years. Microsoft make a change every so often and actually rename their product. Well, that's the annoying part. Somebody goes ahead and says, "Oh, okay, come join me on such and such," and then I'm there. What's that? Oh, that's a new name for this program. They're very good at changing the names of their different products.
Yeah.
Which is annoying. Unless they're completely replacing
Bye, Jonathan.
something. Unless they're completely replacing something completely and literally rewriting it, it should maintain its original name.
Yeah.
Because I did actually enjoy my Links when I actually had it. Then they went to Skype for Business was the name they changed it to, and that was lacking. And unfortunately, the Skype product has actually grown worse over the years. It's got to the point where they go ahead and
if anybody uses Microsoft Rewards, they've got an offer at the moment on there, a free £1.25 Skype credit. I always thought Skype was free to use, but now apparently you've got to pay for it.
No,
Skype.
No, the Skype credit actually is for making telephone calls. So in other words, I can actually dial on my Skype a telephone number and make a phone call, and because I've got Skype credit.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I can, over here in the U.S. we have what we call Google Voice, and I can have a free phone number for my phone or for my computer, and just make all the calls I want from my computer for free.
Yeah, Google Voice hasn't hit Australia yet.
It's not hit here either. I don't think it will hit here because there's too much money in the other industries doing that.
Yeah. But it's one of those things. The Skype. The only reason I actually bought some Skype credit was I found that there's a couple of times where I've actually had internet connectivity, but I haven't got voice phone capability. So being able to go ahead and use Skype to quickly dial a telephone number has been a godsend in a couple of places. But yeah, it's a pain in the neck because Skype actually also go ahead and require you to either use your credit or lose it.
Yeah.
They go and take it off you after a certain amount of time. So having it there just as an emergency thing, which it was originally set up for, it's like has been a real pain in the butt because Skype seems to believe that they don't like leaving credit out in the field, as to put it. Or they're coming up with new ways of actually taking it away from you.
This is why I don't use buy people shopping vouchers for Christmas and birthday if I can help it, because not many people realise they have a use by date. You don't use it, you lose it. Whoa.
And that's something that has been changed. That law has changed here in Australia. They can't have an expiry on them now.
Oh, they do here. But one of the biggest problems as well is people buy them for companies, and then the company goes under, but they don't go under. They just change the name, and the voucher's worth jack shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Dominic will be here shortly.
And what's actually cool about
all over the place reading Dominic's message on Facebook.
About Google Voice is you can actually forward, so you can connect it with your phone, and so if somebody calls you on a computer, it will ring on your phone too.
That's cool.
Yes.
Right, we want that over here now, Google.
And
I will buy
that's
YouTube Premium again if you give us that.
But it's all free, like you don't have to pay for anything. You can call as many times as you want.
And that's where it will be good once it does get out over here. I've been keeping my eye out for it because it was something that I was looking for. It would replace my Skype completely. But yeah, they just haven't got around. They got around to knocking off Australia and obviously the UK and a few other places. I think they've still got it. They're still trying to work all the kinks and the bugs out in the US.
Yeah, because I've heard everybody say they don't have it, but I'm curious about Canada. I'm not that sure they have it up there. Or if
Can
that's
you ring a UK number on that then? For free?
I haven't tried an international number.
Because that'd be interesting. That would screw up a lot of mobile networks.
I haven't tried to make an international phone call, but it might be strictly US based though, like where you can only make calls in the US. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I have to break the bad news to you. The internet lines that go from country to country, they actually cover you if they carry your telephone, and it is voice over IP based. So technically speaking, it's just like talking on the internet.
Yeah. Well, this is a big problem over here in the UK at the moment. They're turning off the standard phone lines slowly and moving people over to the phones that you have to plug in. Yeah, you have to plug into your router, which is fine until your internet goes down and you can't ring your internet provider, or your house is on fire and you can't ring the fire brigade.
Yeah,
it's just stupid.
The big one here in this country in my state actually had a nationwide, had a statewide power blackout. The whole state went dark, and for me, that was nearly 3.5 days that we were actually in the dark.
Yeah.
They got Adelaide back on within 12 hours, but it was all due to a tornado that went through the top end and took out the primary, secondary, and the other backup, which hadn't been counted as a backup yet.
Yeah.
It took them all out in one foul swoop. Now that turned the whole state black. 15 minutes after that went black, nobody was able to make a phone call because the internet went down. And yeah, that was technically a case where nobody could phone an ambulance, and no one was able to phone a police vehicle. Mobile phone wise, mobile phones went dead in the country because there wasn't the backbone didn't have enough backup on it.
Yeah.
And they hadn't rolled out generators to them yet. Those 3 days, I actually worked my guts out, actually towing a generator from transmitter site to transmitter site, and yes, you can have it for 3 hours, and then you're going to have to give it up, and they'll take it to the next site, and yeah, just literally running site to site to site. 3 hours to top up the battery to give you another 24 hours, and literally going around keeping transmitter sites going so that the emergency services were able to communicate. It's just that nobody was able to phone the emergency services in the first place. It was a big eye
Virgin
opener.
Media doing it, and BT have started doing it as well.
But it'll be interesting to see. They went ahead and said that they've made some changes since that big blackout to lessen the effects, but
What the hell
none of
happened
it's
here?
been tested. What have you done now?
I don't know what the hell that freaking truck there. Why is there a car going through the truck lane?
Uh-oh. You didn't damage the truck too badly, I presume?
No, just slight damage to the trailer.
Yeah, why not? It's only the trailer.
Minor scratch.
Yeah, okay. It'll pop out.
Yeah. Hey Tim.
What's up, Tim? It's probably fucking Tuesday. I thought it was Wednesday.
Oh,
That's Wednesday. Now it's Wednesday here.
got the mother-in-law's tomorrow. No.
Oh, it can't be that bad.
You want to bet? It's the mother-in-law. Nah, I got a good mother-in-law. We don't see her that often.
Yeah.
Used to.
See, I haven't got a mother-in-law that near enough that on a daily basis is hopping around telling you how to do things.
Nah.
Keep right, and then
Right.
Too much like hard work. No, she just spends most of her time calling me a northern git.
Exit right.
Ah, so she knows you well.
Yeah. Only because I give a shit. Yeah, she could take a joke as well, so. Like I'll walk in and I'll smell that she's cooking and I'll go, oh my god, she's got the cauldron out, what's she boiling now? And then you just hear out the kitchen, fuck off you northern git. Or if I don't get a cup of tea within 20 minutes, I complain that the cafe's going downhill and demand a refund. Even though I don't pay for it.
Yeah.
You seen what Mark put?
Don't forget his mother-in-law in the Hellcat spawn Laura.
Laura's not that bad, she's just Laura.
She's special.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Oops.
I came left there.
Darn it. Forgot she was on
Minor
the
technical.
Justin, check messengers.
Oh god. Justin, you need
Oh
to take
no,
down.
here we go,
Yeah, you need to take down the Facebook servers a bit longer. Yeah, when I loaded the game, I actually wanted to see if there was any special jobs, you know, pulling a generator or something. So I could put pulling a generator to Facebook.
oh, that fucking storm should be coming in any time now. Let's see. It's still on track.
Nah, it's only going to be a piddly little storm.
Oh, that's a big boy right there. That should hit us around, I would say, 6 o'clock.
A Glasgow
hours.
shower. That's all.
Yeah, a little afternoon shower. What are they worried about?
You know what? I don't know if it's like this where you guys are. Whoa, what the fuck? Stopped in the middle of the road there. No hazards. Yeah, I don't know if it's like where you guys are, where they issue a weather warning now for everything that happens. Weather warning for wind. Why? Someone's going to fart. Weather warning for rain. Why? It's going to spit. It's ridiculous.
Jacksonville's already
And
getting
now,
hammered.
yeah, now no one listens to these weather warnings. And there's going to be one of these weather warnings that we're really going to have to listen to. We're going to all get battered.
Yeah, well, we've got the problem here. I get stuff from the our weather person that's embedded within the emergency services.
Yeah.
And he'll go ahead and tell me that there's going to be a storm come through on such and such a day or whatever, and we go and do the planning, and that scares the storm away. It's the excuse we use, because this guy's never right.
Go straight on. That's right.
Fortunately, the amount of times the Weather Bureau is correct is pretty lousy. They go ahead and forecast rain, and we don't get it. They'll forecast They'll forecast a nice fine day, and it'll be cloudy and windy and horrible. They just don't seem to be able to get it right.
I will give the Met Office credit, they did get it right today. For here, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's tonight. Yeah, we're on Wednesday. So tonight we've got electrical storms coming through here. So tomorrow morning they should hit Melbourne.
Yes, Mark, that is the malignancy, or whatever they call it, when you have to make too much. It's an obligation. You have to make too much spaghetti when you make it spag bol. It's the golden rule.
No.
Because no matter what you do, if you could put 50 strands in there and there won't be enough. If you put 52 in there, you've overdone it. Oops, it's got to come off here. Too busy reading the chat. Guessing the birds didn't want them cornflakes. Laura, come and clean up the cornflakes.
It's my
Yeah,
arm.
she's abusing my nan.
Abusing your nan?
Yeah,
How's she abusing your nan?
calling her a fat so-and-so.
Order.
Wait, what the hell's going on?
I
I
don't know.
think she called Rob a git.
More than I get.
Right, how are you talking to Rob's nan?
I'm not.
Talking about
How you
I'm,
talking?
I'm texting Rob. I sent him a gift image
A
of
gift?
a
It's
yeah,
not a
of
gift. It's not been wrapped up. Right, but go on.
of a woman running through a puddle carrying her shopping bags.
Oh yeah, you need to show that. Show Justin. That's what he can expect. That's the UK way of doing things.
and Laura said it wouldn't be my nan because they were too fat.
No, I didn't. That's what you said.
No, you didn't. You said yours to be floating.
That's what you said.
No.
Oh God.
Did I say that about my family members?
Yes.
No. Fat fuckers.
Is your nan still alive?
No, thank fuck.
It's not even coming through. It just says gift. Gift.
Why is it not going through? It shows my end.
Yeah, it shows that
Yeah.
all it says is sent and gift.
If you
Sent a gift.
If you click it, do not load it.
No, there's no. It won't do anything.
Laura, just share screen.
I can't. It's on my phone.
Nope. And I got the second one too.
Right, Laura, send it me a minute. I've got to pull over in a minute anyway, and
I've got a funny feeling it might be because it's built into the phone, not the messaging
Ow.
app.
I'll find it.
Oh,
I'll find it for you later, Justin.
I got a good one as well on my I've had it today, Justin.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I waited in the do you know what a distribution centre is?
Yeah.
Well, I waited in the queue with all the lorries, and then I when they were all moving forward, I moved forward with them, and I actually went up to the fucking gate to security, and he was just looking in the air, you know, like, fuck off. You know, I waited my turn.
Only Rob.
Yeah. It's a good job. The queue was moving quickly, otherwise my battery would have run out.
What you'll have to do is do it in your wheelchair one day.
Yeah.
Just have a tray of beans on the back or something. We're delivering beans.
I've got a little trailer which goes on the back of my wheelchair.
You see what Mark's put?
What?
That's why Facebook was down, switched off for so long. It was loading AI algorithms to block Laura's messages.
Yeah.
Only thing is, it's only
Yep,
working
that
for
was
Justin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't message Rob through Messenger.
Well, apart from the minor scratch on my trailer, I've not done too bad on these jobs.
Well, is it going to be enough? Are you going to get top value?
What was that?
Are you going to get top value for your load?
Hopefully.
Just that's cold, man.
I wanted to see if one would go through if it was just a weird thing.
Laura, what the fuck are you sending me now? Ah, fuck. I opened up that wide as well then.
Are you live, Rob?
Sorry?
Are you live?
Am I live?
Are you live?
No. No, I'm trying to get some footage off the cameras and all from today. Actually brought them home today.
Sounds like you need to go to bed.
Oh, you're knackered.
Killing upload 5.
I can't be bothered to look.
Check your messages, Rob.
Not actually me. So.
Oh, well, look now then.
Yeah, it is. You fooled me. As soon as I pick it up, I know it's going to be you. And I ain't going to be like, oh fuck, she got me again.
She used to do that with Justin. She used to send him a link and say it was something else.
Yeah, I just stopped looking after a while because she kept.
Oh,
I
no,
want to check
he's in
out
with
this
the
new.
fucking cheese. You can fucking do one as well.
I'm sending him gifts of cheese.
I did that the other week. I was sending him loads. That's when he chucked his phone.
I put today is
yes,
cheese
Laura,
day.
I looked at yours also. Fuck off, you ginger minge. Or something, wasn't it?
No, it says fuck off, you ginger twat, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm taking it to Peckham and the priest is going to bless it.
Top it up with some Peckham spring water.
Oh,
No, that stuff glows in the dark.
I love that episode. With the water boys digging up the whole estate trying to find out where the water leak is. And at the end, and when they're in the hotel, oh Rodney, and then the water bottle is just glowing on the table at the side.
Was her name Cassandra, wasn't it?
Yeah, Cassandra. You know, they should have carried on with Only Fools and Horses. It's a great programme.
Didn't he have another program as well?
What's
It
that?
wasn't just the two of us, was it? No?
Oh, Nicholas Lyndhurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Goodnight Sweetheart.
No, not that one.
That was where he used to go through a hole in the wall and end up in the war days.
I think Pornhub made a remake of that. It was just the two of us and your mother. I think something like that.
She fucking love it, my mother.
Justin would know. He's an expert on Pornhub.
Oh yeah, they redid Harry Potter too.
Don't they?
Oh, they redid Harry Potter too. It was called Harry Twatter.
Exit right.
My mother would be asking for a refund because she got 3 holes and only 2 people came.
Turn left.
Oh God.
Yeah, I like the episode where they're trying to work out the name of Cassandra's baby, and he says, Rodney says to Trigger, he goes, "We're thinking of calling it Koscielny, somebody like Dominic in, and all the different names," and he goes, "Or we're thinking of calling it Rodney," and he goes, "Why Rodney? After me, my name is Rodney." And then he goes over to the bar, and he says to Mike, "They're thinking of calling it Rodney after Dave."
What's up, Dominic?
Morning, Dominic.
Morning,
Good
Dominic.
evening.
How you doing?
Good I obviously missed that joke, but that's all right.
Only, I'm sure you've seen Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the
funny
episode.
anyway.
I know the one now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Trigger
Oh yeah.
with his 14-year-old brush, and he got a medal for. He's had
yeah.
9 new heads and 14 new handles.
Yeah.
And the Peckham Springs one where he takes him to the waste site to get rid of that yellow stuff. And he goes, "I thought you said it was open 24 hours a day." It is, but not at night.
I think Mark put something in there referring to what you were talking about.
Yeah, the girl's name was Sigourney.
Sigourney? Sigourney?
Yeah, Sigourney.
That sounds right.
As in Weaver.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great program.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Shut up, you. Or as Delboy would say, shut up. That's another good sketch in it. Where Uncle Albert's talking about the war, and he goes, "Will you shut up about talking about the war?" And then Delboy goes, "Don't tell him to shut up. He fought for free speech." And Uncle Albert goes, "Yeah, I fought in the war for your free speech." And then Delboy goes, "Shut up."
I'm gonna have to take your word up for that on that.
You're gonna have to watch it, Justin, because it is a great program.
Yeah, they don't make programs like that anymore.
Now,
Sadly.
Turn left.
they did make a good one about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, called Warren. But it only did 6 episodes of it.
Okay, I haven't seen
It was a bit strange as well because they recorded it in Cardiff, but it was supposed to be based in Preston, so they had sketches where you were driving around Cardiff and then suddenly there'd be Deepdale there. It's like, how the fuck did that work?
Exactly.
Yeah, but he was a driving instructor.
Okay.
and it was about how his company went down, weren't getting the business because of his driving skills.
Turn left.
I must look it up then.
Yeah, it's called Warren. Did you see that then? Blue Corner, the back tail ended the other one.
Okay.
Oh, nearly hit it.
Keep right.
Mm.
And then turn right.
Snars, bro.
Turn right.
What's your plans today, Dominic?
To do heat.
Got a
Would
couple
you
of
like
things.
to know?
It's isn't it Wednesday? Yeah, I've got a tally appointment at 10 o'clock. Sorry, 9 o'clock my time, which means that I missed the first hour of
And then
Paul Murray.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
What's a tele appointment? What is that, like a... Is that where you talk to your doctor?
Just
Telephone?
it's a Zoom.
Yeah. By the way, Dominic, if I were you, I'd be asking
left there.
what the hell's Justin's problem with you was. Because just after you left last night, after you and
Yeah.
Joel left, and I was playing all them videos, Justin came back claiming his internet had gone off. I don't believe that. I just think it might have been you and Joe. Sort it out.
No, dude.
Oh, no.
I jumped onto Grumpy's.
Yeah, no.
My normal.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
It was quite funny as well. Jonathan came in the chat saying Paul said he's not coming back. Said I was going to be
Yeah.
here for weeks, just keep playing these videos.
How long did you go on?
About 15 minutes after I started playing the videos, Justin came on, and then Jonathan, and about 10 minutes later, Paul came back.
Okay.
Hey, easy.
About 25 extra minutes. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm looking at Warren. Got Martin
Oh,
Clunes in it.
yes, that's the one. I
Martin
love
Clunes,
the
yeah.
Gary episode.
Okay, I'll try and find it then.
Oh, we got legal.
goes-
Gary.
Warren is Martin Clunes. Okay. Trying to see who else I know in there. Okay. Well, Martin Clunes.
I'm surprised Laura hasn't done a Martin Clunes sketch yet.
No, because it's David.
Yeah.
Is actually racist. That's why.
Oh
I don't
no.
know how he got away of being in that program.
I don't think it is racist.
It's the Chinese bit.
Yeah, all she does is go. "Rah, rah."
You're taking the piss out the Chinese.
Yeah, that'd be racist
Fuck's
these days.
sake.
Yep.
That'd be racist.
There was some parts, what was it, the old Disney show, Steamboat Willie and some other ones?
Yeah, that's racist.
They had some, really racist shit in those ones.
Everything is
I was
racist.
here, well, you were gone.
But there was a
oh
lot
yeah,
of
he did
stuff
try
that
to
was-
claim he'd been there all the time. I did notice that.
Who?
Justin last night. When Paul came back, he tried to claim that he'd been here all along. That's the only reason he came back in, to say, no, I looked after your channel all for you. Yeah, we got him worked out.
Oh, that's all right. To me, Martin Clunes is men behaving badly.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. that was good.
Rather than Doc Martin. I did like Doc Martin, but I still remember him as Gary in Men Behaving Badly.
Yeah. Gary.
Him. Neil, no,
Hey, AC.
Neil Morrissey.
Neil
I'm going to call him Noel Morrissey for a minute. Yeah, as I think. And where has comedy gone since then?
Down the Swanee.
Yep, they flushed it down the toilet.
Not necessarily. There's still a lot of big name comics out there fighting it.
Yeah, but you can can them. You could count them on the hands of a short-sighted butcher. Honestly.
Well, I mean, that's true, but there are some out there.
I've not seen a good comedy for a long time.
There's comedy and there's comics, as in terms of comedian. What I'm saying is, the level of comedians, I'm struggling to get past people like Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais and Jimmy Carr. I'm struggling to get past those three.
I can't even stand them. Ricky
well,
Gervais was a good actor. Yeah, he was a good actor, but he's not. I didn't find him that funny.
As I said, to each his own, and that's pretty much it. Pretty much sums up the way things are going. If you actually like someone and someone else doesn't like it, you're immediately a racist or a bigot or a transphobe or a homophobe just because you don't like.
I'm a Ricky Gervais phobe, am I?
No, I'm. What I'm saying is, if you like someone that society frowns upon, you're immediately shunned.
Oh, that's like Dave said.
Have you ever? Comedian today that's still going around, and if his act came around today, he would not be pulling in the audiences, and that's Roy W. Brown.
Oh yeah.
What about George Carlin?
Who?
Hey, yeah, well,
George Carlin was insanely, like, that man did not give a fuck, dude. He would say whatever was on his mind.
I reckon he has to be one of the greatest ever comedians.
Who?
George Carlin.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought
he's American. Brown, then. I think he's American, isn't he?
Roy
he
W.
was
Brown.
American. Yeah, he died 15 years ago. But he's more observational comedy. He's not the good old-fashioned slapstick or use some.
But the thing is his comedy. See, the thing is a lot of comics when they do their stand-up routines, right? For like, Comedy Central, different big networks. Over time, unless you're actually kind of from that time period, it's really not funny anymore. Where George Carlin's, it seems like his is kind of transverse that.
Actually, his
like Lee
comedy.
Evans,
yeah, Lee Evans is alright.
The thing with Lee Evans is you can watch it over and over again and still find it funny because it is an observational stuff, but it's relevant and it'll always be relevant.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that George Carlin died 15 years ago and his comedy is more relevant today than it was back then. It was funny.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But it's even funnier now, especially during the pandemic. He does a 15-minute. He does a 15-minute routine about germ, and that went. I can't say viral, but that was played over and over and over and over and over again. And he talks about germ, and it just made so much sense. It's almost as though he wrote it
for that period. Yeah,
because he does. There's one, I think that's from about 2002. That he does things about germs. He does things about euphemisms and how words have changed from being, simply said language to 3 or 4 words that describe something now.
Yeah.
And this is 20 years earlier. So how did it's almost like a Nostradamus. It's almost like a prophecy rather than a comedy routine, as I see it.
Yeah, that's true though. I mean, he's one of the few comics that, like I said, you can kind of relate with it. From different generations.
Yeah.
Because like if you literally sat down like a 16-year-old and showed him like Richard Pryor, he might be able to understand some of it. But then others is going to be completely out of his. He's not going to know what the hell he's talking about, which doesn't make it as funny.
Actually, let's go back even further. What about Dave Allen?
Dave Allen.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
No, I'm just trying to ascertain. He was Irish, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
If you want to talk about cancel culture, and you want to talk about really controversial topic, he was certainly one that would bring them out. I think he got actually banned from Australia. I know he came here when I was really young. We're talking mid-70s. And I thought he came here and really upset a few people and was asked not to come back. But
what was his name?
Had the knack of,
Dave
he had
Allen.
a knack of, Daveallen. He would sit there with a cigarette and...
I mean, I'm going to name a name now that Mark may know. And he's not a comedian, but he had a talk show on the radio. But he was always funny because no matter what your opinion was, he would always go against you, and he would win. No matter what, he would win. And his name was Scotty McClue.
Oh, okay.
And he was so funny.
Never ban him, Magoo.
No, Scotty McClue, he was a northern radio DJ, and he would do stuff, you know. You'd ring up about something so simple, you know, like people littering, yeah, and he would change it and be like, yes, but if people didn't litter, then you wouldn't need cleaners, and if you don't need cleaners, then you don't need the shops, and if you don't have the shops.
Okay, so Dave Allen, he got his start off of the BBC talent show New Faces in 1959. His real name was David Tannen O'Mani. He was born in Dublin, Ireland on June 6, 1936. If he was still alive, he'd be 81.
I think the amount of alcohol he consumed really would have had a... because he would drink.
Oh, he was like John Wayne with cigarettes, huh?
Yeah.
You know, John Wayne used to go through like 5 or 6 packs a day. I'm like, fucking hey, dude, that's 20 cigarettes per pack, bro. Do the math.
Yeah.
That's like you literally you're going the entire day without a cigarette in your hand.
If they were a 24 pack, just for the maths, if they were 24 pack, he would go through 1 an hour. Sorry, 5 an hour. If it was 5 pack.
Yeah, we have ours are 20 over here, so.
Oh, okay. Just for the math.
So yeah, that's 100 cigarettes a day, roughly.
100 cigarettes a day. That's 5, basically, 5 an hour.
Well, that's a
Houses
lot.
have gone down to like.
Well, actually, no. Break it down even farther than that, Dominic. Right? Because how many hours do you average up for a day? 12 to 14.
Exactly. Let's say 14.
Okay, so what would that be an hour? Damn near. What, 7 or 8?
7. It would be 7 or 8.
Ah, dude, that's a lot of smoking, bro. I don't know how he
Yeah, I know.
lasted as long as he
There
did.
was the guy that took me onto my first football match. He would only smoke a cigarette when Preston scored for some reason. He said it was just something he'd given up smoking, but every time Preston scored, he had to light up a fag to celebrate.
Yeah.
That's a cigarette,
Yeah, you can't use that terminology anymore.
right?
Well-
Like you can't smoke in any venue.
No. Well, the first game,
And
the first game he took me on,
yeah,
okay, it was 0-0 with 5 minutes to go, and then
Yeah.
somehow we went on this mad run and we ended up winning 6-0. And at one point, I looked round and he did have six cigarettes in his mouth. It was like, what
6 cigarettes
the
in
hell?
like 5 minutes. Yeah.
I forgot I was on the wrong side of the road then.
Exit
I'm in
now.
the UK now.
But
He
yeah,
was very Irish. He used to sit with a cigarette and a glass of whiskey. It's fucking...
he also had one finger missing.
I keep left there.
Sort of like, I think it was, trying to remember if it was this one, his ring finger,
At the roundabout.
but it was at
take the
least 2
second
knuckles he
exit.
was missing. I can't remember. And it was a glass of
Exit
whiskey.
now.
Yeah, you are correct. He used to take the piss out of the Catholic Church.
Oh,
That was
Mark,
That was the
Okay.
main thing he used to tear at.
oh, Mark, it's to the point, bro, where John Wayne was lighting one cigarette with another all day.
Yeah.
At that
Otherwise,
point,
known as chain smoking.
yeah, that motherfucker was just chain smoking all day.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. That's a lot of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
back then too, it was kind of common to only smoke during special occasions, like you'd have friends over for dinner, and you'd all sit and have a cigarette.
Get ready to turn
Yeah.
left.
We'd call it a dart or a durry over here. You'd light up a dart.
Well, what we call it over here would probably be offensive where you guys are.
Yeah,
And that's
because
because
we had.
all simple words have to be turned into
Go back. This
offensive
is
words.
George Carlin. This is straight out of the George Carlin handbook.
100%.
Straight, direct language. And people will find a way to get offended by a simple word.
David, did you ever watch the Chappelle Show when he was real popular back then?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch the Chappelle Show. You want to see some very you want to see some content that would not be made today type shit. Yeah, he did some really funny skits. He had a really funny show.
Go straight on. That's right.
Did you ever watch it, Rob?
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of it, I actually believed in, like where he, was saying about how certain people run Hollywood, and that's why he lives where he lives.
Well, they tried to cancel him a bunch of times, and
Oh yeah.
he's out there doing his thing. That's why I
The
said if you
trouble
don't,
is-
that's why I
trouble
said
is, if you,
Exit left.
this is actually where the Streisand effect started.
Streisand effect. I've never heard
The
of that.
Streisand effect is basically making something or someone who is not necessarily pure, but someone who's not as popular, making them extremely popular.
Yeah.
It basically happened because Barbara Streisand tried to get people to stop taking photos of her and where she lived. But instead of making it to the point where
People
they stopped
stopped.
it,
People would go and do it.
everybody decided to go and do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you make something that's small or irrelevant suddenly becomes the top
norm.
focused
Yeah.
thing. And that's what it's now become a thing. It's called the Streisand effect. You can actually find it
Tried
on
to talk.
Wikipedia.
Hey Tim, welcome back.
Hey Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Also, like the Dunning-Kruger effect. That's another thing that has
I've not heard that
become
one. I've heard the
popular
Streisand
recently.
one.
Yeah, Streisand. But the Dunning-Kruger effect is basically
At the roundabout,
when
take the
someone
second exit.
thinks they're important and knows everything, and then when they're exposed by
Exit
someone
now.
who actually knows, who is an expert in that field, the person originally that said they were an expert and they don't know much about it, it shows how little they know about it.
Oh, you mean like whilst robbing computers?
Yeah.
I was going to say David and Google.
I know nothing about Google.
No, that's David and Amazon.
Now, when it comes to Amazon, I know everything. Well, maybe not. But I'm not an expert.
Yeah,
I'm not an expert in any field.
My 9642 card is playing up a little bit. A little bit of trouble with my graphics.
It is a little bit like that, Tim. Narcissism does lean in towards.
See, sometimes people don't get where me and Donald are having a laugh and we know we're winding each other up. Like today on Paul's stream, Jonathan didn't actually quite get that Donald was winding me up, but even I knew straight away what Donald was doing. Yeah, so I played along and I was like, no, Donald, you don't put the milk in your cup of tea first. You know, you put the tea bag in first, then the water, then the milk. Yeah, and Jonathan was like, no, Donald, David's right on this one. David's right. It's like, and then Donald went, Jonathan, don't interrupt me when I'm trying to wind David up.
Yeah. No. But I think people are overly sensitive to certain topics. And then when people feel that
You should be able to say what you want as long as you're not saying it to offend others.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're saying
That's what I
it
would-
deliberately to offend someone,
Well, what's
Yeah.
the point in saying it then?
Yeah, see, Rob sounds more American with that question. I mean, like, the fuck? I want to yell out.
But if you're, see, the thing is, if you're stating a fact and that fact offends someone, then there's there's an inherent problem in that. But if you're stating a fact that's untrue,
yes.
Well, then it's not fact at that
trying
point.
to make it the truth,
I gotta get home.
there's another problem. But as I said, with Dunning-Kruger, it's more a general overconfidence of a person when they try and overestimate their skills and come out and say, this is a fact, and then it's
Turn right.
debunked. Then, you look at many of these people where they say, they come out and say, oh, they're an expert in this field, and then it's suddenly
Didn't need that
debunked.
sign.
At the roundabout,
What
take
was
the
that?
second
Oh, that's
exit.
all right. We don't need that sign.
Shouldn't have put it there.
Been right, doesn't it?
But and then you've got the people who overanalyze things.
See, I like to have a joke and I like to wind people up.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have a joke these days.
Yeah.
When the jokes are banned.
Yeah, I I like to set people off. You know, it took people on Paul's stream a while to realise what I was doing. Yeah, and some people still don't get it.
Mark. They're like Matt and Da Vinci. Mr. Know-It-All. Oh yeah, Matt gets like super passionate about Da Vinci. If he's talking to somebody and they say something,
Keep left.
like when Jim will say something about Da Vinci. And oh god, dude, Matt gets so wound up. Like if he hears anybody say anything that's remotely what he thinks is wrong about Da Vinci, he'll correct him real quick. He'll be like, no, you can't do this. See, Rob would fit good over here, dude. He could be the town grump, you know? Yell obscenities at small children as they walk by because they creeped up on his lawn.
I don't think Rob would fit well over there. No, because I think in America, you know, taking sheep home at night would be frowned upon.
Look how much I can eat in all the fast food restaurants. Oh my god.
The amount of fast food restaurants.
Yeah.
Give Rob a week in America and he'd need monster truck wheels on that wheelchair.
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the thing is not only do you get like all the big brand fast food places that you guys all hear and know about that we have.
Tim,
Yeah.
sometimes
We have a lot of mom and pop ones that will pop up too.
Sorry.
And then you
we
have
had
different
more-
ones in different regions of the country too.
I can remember when we were over there, they were serving a 128-ounce steak. It's half a
When we
fucking
convert-
cow.
As I was about to say, Tim, you can say what you want, just sometimes it does tend to go a little bit too
Fuck,
far
Tim.
when you're drunk.
Yeah, I
What?
think Matt would be a little bit out of bounds.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, Tim. Oh, you jugglehead.
Oh god. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not you, the one with the cone head.
Yeah.
But Tim, we can have a laugh and a joke, and sometimes people don't get that we're having a laugh and a joke.
Yeah.
Some people just take
People
everything
do-
too seriously.
Yeah. People take things too seriously. They're all jokes.
You know, I take nothing to heart. What happens in one stream gets left in that stream. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. As I said, some people take things too seriously. They're all jokes.
I don't think either of those things are on this map, so you ain't gonna see it, unfortunately.
Okay. How would you pronounce those names?
What? Clan Fern Fecken and
Uh-huh.
Enniskillen.
Oh, okay. So Enniskillen is exactly the same as it's written.
Yes.
But I remember you telling me that
Double-
two L
Is Cla.
cl. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. The double L comes out like a cl.
Yeah. And
I got that. It's almost my surname. Yeah, the N is one.
yeah. It is you,
Mm.
really. You are Enniskillen.
I ain't.
Oh, sorry, no, you are Neverskillen.
I'm fucking Rob Skillen.
How did you get a name with Skillen when you ain't got no skills?
Don't know.
Yes, people are way too serial. Put your Weetabix away and pack it in.
Yeah. I just don't understand people these days. No worries, Laura.
Watch out, Tim. She's coming into the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go straight on. That's right.
You know, why do people have to be so serious? Just don't understand it.
Oh my god.
I just turned his computer off. Fucking let him jiggle around then, the fucker.
You do
Yeah,
realise
we're really getting into.
you do realise you couldn't get into a slanking match with him anymore.
He's no longer.
Nah,
He has been turned off.
Yeah.
Got the wires of that speaker box thing now. Now how fucking brainy are you?
Probably still
I'll be
brainy.
back.
He'd probably be still brainier than most of us.
Yeah, but he can't fucking say anything about it, though, can he? God, it's mad in there how clever he was, mind.
Oh yeah. It's a shame what happened to him. I wish I'd only had half the brains he had. Yes. North Wales.
Why I haven't.
Yes. What is it? Clanfern Fecken. I think that's in North Wales, isn't it? Anglesey. Why can I hear another voice?
I got the out now. And fortunately,
Justin.
thought you met my dad.
You know.
Okay, let's find a new road.
Oh crap! Did I take the wrong turning? Oops, missed my turning. Thank you. She's beating me up.
No. You're not getting on, you cat. My jet's on off. Can't get on my wheelchair with me.
I'll took them long enough.
Keep right, and then, you know it, continue straight on.
I'm waiting for this upload to finish and I'm off to bed.
The way your computer goes, I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. You're not trying to load them onto C drive.
Yeah, I had 700 odd. I don't know. Megabytes, gigabytes, I mean. It was a 1 terabyte card and I had 200 and something left.
Bloody hell. That's 800 gigabytes.
Sorry?
It's 800 gigabytes.
Alright, gigabyte, that was it. I don't know if it was gigabytes or megabytes. So.
It's still a big file for your computer anyway.
Sorry?
So it's a big file for your computer.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to have to come over and sort your computer out because you're going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to turn the freaking thing on.
Yeah.
That hard drive is definitely at its limit.
You know it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just bring the other one in yet and set these two on fire.
Don't set them on fire, they're still good computers.
That's right.
I can't remember the last time the other one was switched on.
What spec's your other one?
Keep right.
I don't know. You had a look at it once.
Oh, is that the one
Go
that
straight on. That's right.
Sam gave you?
No,
Told you.
that went into a boot loop, didn't it?
Did you not fix that?
No, I threw it out.
Oh, you should never have thrown that out. That was worth keeping.
Then I bought one off my boy or something.
Keep
That
left,
went into a boot
and then
loop.
you know it.
That went out.
Straight on.
And I don't know where this other one forgot to say.
Go straight
Well,
on.
don't you be binning any more computers, because I can fix them up for you.
Yeah, well, I got two yet, haven't I now? Well, I got three. I got the big new one.
The big new one is the best way for you to go with all your what you're planning on doing. All your editing and stuff. But that computer you've got now, that can be fixed up and made into a good computer for Shiloh.
Which one?
The one you're using now. Because part of your biggest problem is the programs you're using for editing. They're quite big files. Big programs.
Keep right.
The idea was supposed to have been
Continue straight on.
that the other new computer was supposed to
Go
have been
straight on.
one where everybody could use it, and the room and all that lot, but nothing's happened.
Now, well, that's the one you should be using, and the one you're using now should be the one for everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy. It would be pretty easy to do. Sort it out.
I think we're gonna put the room back as a bedroom. After we spent a fortune.
Uh, 6 weeks and Laura goes away for a week. 10 days.
So, where you sending her?
She's going to Scotland.
Keep right.
When? 10 days?
You know it. Continue straight on.
First week of May.
Oh, okay.
She's going up to Scotland.
Go straight on. That's right.
So 13 days. The missus is off to Barbados and Saint something in the Seychelles and all this and that.
Who's she going with?
And Mum, Shiloh, and another friend. It's probably like 3 weeks, I think, on a cruise. Same Vincent as well, they're going.
I think Shiloh would much prefer a week
Go
with
straight
Laura,
on. That's
so
right.
I can go on this cruise.
Yeah.
Hey Dominic, going back to our football topic the other day, there's a game in Wales that happens every so often, and it is a commentator's nightmare. It's Carnarvon Town versus Carmarthen Town.
Well, now here's another one. I probably shared it or probably told you about it. There used to be an AFL footballer called Carmichael Hunt. And yes, they did fuck it up. And another one is a team in the AFL called the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah.
And live, now, we don't have the 7-second delay on live television. So the there is a live thing where one of the commentators mispronounces the Gold Coast Suns, and he calls them the Gold Cunts, and it's live on television. And the look on his face when he mispronounces it is absolutely gold. And there's also you know the term the cut of his jib.
Yeah.
And another one is a tall cut of a man. Unfortunately, this commentator added the N into cut.
Oops.
And he absolutely
And then turn left.
put the name. It was just he just
This is where
unfortunately did that.
Well,
yeah.
Well, you've got that one in Wales, the Carnarvon versus Carmarthen, and this scoreline has only ever happened once, and it's in Scotland, and it was East 5-4, 4-far 5.
Right.
Now, the guy that had to reads out the final scores on a Saturday, yeah, when that came up, he had to stop and he just laughed for ages. Because it's only ever happened once.
I also worked with a guy who had the same name. Was it from Porgies or something? His name was Michael Hunt.
Yeah. There's a I can't remember exactly where it is, but there's a photo of a place that sells whistles. And the guy's name is Mike Hunt Whistles. They don't say that typically.
His name was Mike.
Yeah, I think in the movie that Rob's talking about, I think wasn't it a fake ID he had or something?
No, it's where they phoned the bar.
Oh yeah.
Phoned somewhere,
Yeah.
and they asked for
He's
Michael
got his
Hunt.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the woman cut his short.
Michael.
Mike.
Yeah. Is there a Michael Hunt there?
Yeah.
He's otherwise known as Mike, and the girl screams out, "Has anybody seen Mike Hunt?"
Yeah, they've done that at football over the Tannoy.
But actually, there's even funnier one. There is a
No.
there was a squash player called Jeff Hunt.
I mean,
And
talking
people-
about hunts, I mean, we're going to have a right one tomorrow. He's doing it's the UK Budget Day tomorrow, when the government do the budget for the next year.
Yeah,
and
ours is coming pretty soon.
And it's being given by none other than Jeremy Hunt. Sorry, Hunt. I think I was right in the middle.
It's unfortunate. Especially if it's Mike. I think it is unfortunate.
Look how far it put my truck out, even though it said I was within the lines.
Actually, here's another funny one for you. There used to be a dentist around the corner from me, and his name was Dr. Blood.
Wow, that's a weird last name.
That's unfortunate.
Time to hit the road.
Yep.
Right, guys, I'm getting off.
All right, catch you later, Rob.
You sick bastard.
You what?
Yeah, they did do it
Said
in
you
Simpsons.
I said you sick bastard.
I know, but I can't help it. I'm old. Right, see you later.
Catch you later.
Later.
Good night.
Turn right.
So where are you now?
I'm in Grimsby, heading back to London. And when I get to London,
Yes. How far are you from London?
about 10-15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
In real time, not in game time. So
Isn't there a soccer team, Grimsby Town?
there is.
That's where I've heard the name.
Yeah. Every town in the UK's got its own team. There's one even called Scunthorpe.
I know that name.
Yeah.
And I know that name because of those 4 letters in there.
Yes, that name gets blocked on so many websites.
Yeah, that's why I know that name, because it comes up in those funny name memes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My cousin got married, the last name turned into Fish. And 3 islands in the Seychelles are populated. One of them doesn't have any vehicles. The botanical gardens are nice on the mainland. I take it Mark's miles behind and watching where Rob was talking about the cruise.
Oh, okay. God. Hit that live button.
I'll have ended before he gets to this bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he must have caught up there, because look. He's got up to the Scunthorpe bit.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting thought then. Oh, nothing wrong with Beefy. He's a real larrikin, at least. That's what is really lost in sport.
Don't mind me. I got attacked by a bird. I ended up going off road. You know what? I'm not even sure Justin's still there. I think he's just a picture.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's moved.
What he's done is he's pre-recorded something on an iPad and he's just put it up to the screen.
Yeah.
It's just a green screen that talks back to you.
Yeah.
Knew you was AI. Yeah, can I just ask Justin, do any of your family have any allergies?
No.
Right, so no, not allergies or anything like that.
No.
Cool.
That's all right.
Get ready to turn left.
Oh, do you want to let Paul Murray in?
I got it.
Yeah, coming to make sure we're ending shortly.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how's everybody doing? David,
You good?
Justin, Trevor, and Dominic. The Dominic the Dominator. Yeah?
Yeah.
You like
Get
it?
ready to turn left.
Dominic the Dominator.
I think
Yeah.
he's Dominic the Panelator. Like a Terminator, but on panels.
Turn left.
Well, he dominates wherever he goes. He's the star of the show. Right, Justin?
What?
Dominic is the star of every panel he goes to, right?
I mean, if he's a star in his own mind, then yeah. Who am I to crush his dream?
Exactly.
I'm on the A1M.
A1M what?
It's called the A1M. The M1 motorway is actually split into three.
In what country are you in?
The UK.
Oh, you're being a hometown boy.
So not many people know this. The M1 motorway is split into three, and it goes the M1 from London heading north, and then it goes to the A1M before it goes back to the M1, then it goes to the A1, and then back to the M1.
Well, that's kind of perfect for you because you can just drive in circles.
No, it just goes up.
So why
It goes
didn't
up
they
in a
just call
straight
it
line.
the M1? Why didn't they call it the M1, the M2, or the M3?
Because the M1, the M2 and M3 already exist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it could have been the M. Well, why not the M1A, M1B,
No, when
and
they
M1?
built it, it was them roads were supposed to be incorporated into it. Yeah, they were all supposed to get merged and become part of the motorway network, but they've never got round to doing it.
Really?
And the first motorway in the UK was the M6, which originally was called the Preston Bypass.
So if it was
The M1 is a carbine rifle.
And
we've got a freeway called the M1, and so does Queensland.
Yeah, and the M25 is the most famous motorway because it's 5 lanes in most areas. Some lanes are 7.
Tim has an M1 too.
Yeah. M1 in Queensland.
Yeah, and the M25 is actually called the London Orbital because that's all it does. It just goes round the circle in a circle of London.
Yeah, we call them ring roads down here.
No. It is a motorway because London's so big. It goes around the edge of Greater London.
Yeah, we do that. As I said, we have a ring road that goes through.
Most towns have ring roads. Now, when Preston was built, they built the ring road going through the centre of the town, and no one ever knows why. Which is how we ended up with the M6 to Preston Bypass. And if the answer built that, we wouldn't have any motorways at all.
You should see when the highways intersect in the major cities here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Looks like a spaghetti of bridges just everywhere.
Yeah. Have you seen the Spaghetti Junction in the UK? Now that is...
Yeah, because you guys were talking about it one day and I looked it up.
Yeah, it's fucking chaos. You can go on that you can actually get lost on that place. You could go around it all day and just never get off.
Yeah. We have an absolute mess out in the west. They used to call it the Westgate Freeway. I think they've renamed it now. But it's an utter mess. Got one of the best and biggest bridges in Australia. And coming off that, if you get in the wrong lane, you're in the middle of Wook. Because they've just changed all these. They've changed all the lanes. So if you get off at the bottom of the bridge, and you miss the turn-off, you're going to have to go all the way around and come back. Whereas if you get it in the right spot, you're right in the middle of the city in about 1 minute. they're putting a tunnel in, and they're changing lanes. Oh, what a mess!
And the strange thing is, in the county I live in, Essex, and Greater Anglia, we have no motorways at all here, apart from the M25, which skirts around the edge of us.
Well, what would you say is the percentage of people that live in your community and communities of your like size that own more than one car or method of transportation?
70 to 80%.
Where here in the United States, I'd say it's closer to 90-95%.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is as well, they're building a lot of flats now, so having one or two cars is a problem.
Yeah, because you're running out of space.
Yep.
We generally build them.
Which means, unfortunately, we're going to have to come back over and take some of that land back.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. That war would last, Justin, what would you say, 2 days and it'd be over with?
No, we're not. We're not going to go to war. We're just taking it where you're asleep.
Yeah.
You'll wake up and New York will have gone. Where did that go? Oh look, Dom's Depot again.
Yeah.
Well, there's talk that. So, the UK is going to be turned into the shining, glow-in-the-dark city of the past.
Yeah, we're going to be the power station for the world. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I ain't give a shit. As long as the missile hits me on the head, I don't care. See, when they launch that missile and everybody runs the opposite way, trying to run away from it, I'm going to be stood there going, where can I stand to header it?
Well, in the altitude they detonate.
That's the best place to be. Instant death. You don't want to suffer.
But to be honest, at the altitude they explode those things at, if you look at all the places where they've had massive nuclear testing, there really isn't that much fallout. I mean, Hiroshima, Nagasaki have both been rebuilt. People live there. It's because they don't directly explode on the ground. That's why they don't actually leave a lot of fallout.
Yeah.
Go straight on. That's right.
Depends what the big plan is, isn't it?
Would have been a different world had Germany had a better dictator than Hitler.
It'd have been a horrible world.
Yes, it would. I see Trevor's here, but we don't hear from him.
No, he was talking quite a lot earlier. We had a good chat about printers and stuff.
You know it. Continue straight on.
You still there, Trevor?
Go straight on.
Oh, there's
Here comes
There's-
Vegemite.
Marmite?
Vegemite, there she is.
Vegemite, okay.
Yes, the Manchester Outer Ring Road is like the M25, it's the M60. Oh, I'm gonna end up,
Vegemite loves you,
I'm
Dominic.
gonna end up in an argument here with a bloody caravan.
Now, does Vegemite sleep with you?
Left there.
No. Because I learnt the hard way that if I let any cat in my bedroom, I get woken at 2 or 3 in the morning.
They don't sleep right through.
No.
Well,
No,
I think
sleep all
I
day
think-
and then wake all night.
Yeah.
Justin, you have cats. Do they sleep with any of the family? Justin,
He's away from his computer at the moment.
It's away.
Somebody want to let John? Oh, you can't.
I had
Justin,
I'm
I
here.
said, do any of your cats sleep with any family members?
They kind of bounce back and forth all night.
Oh, okay.
They
Here
don't
comes
really
Jonathan. Jonathan's a cat guy too.
Yeah.
They don't really stick to one place, like they're in and out all night.
Well, the reason it came up is because Marmite loves Dominic, and
Marmite.
and I said, does he sleep with them? And he said, no. He learned he doesn't let any cats in the bedroom at nighttime.
My mate, Mama.
Especially when you've got 3 of them. You leave the door open, you'll get one come in.
Be like World War III.
Yeah, one will come in and basically breathe on you. You can hear heavy breathing. And then sort of like tap you on the head to see if you're awake. And then maybe or sleep on at the edge of the bed, and then they move, and then they leave. Another one comes in, does exactly the same.
And then turn left.
So it's a continual parade all night long, huh?
And that's why, yeah. But once it gets to feeding time, Prince, which is the largest cat, bashes on the door and wakes me up.
Oh.
At 5:30 in the morning sometime.
So what you're saying is that you may pay the rent, but they run the show.
Exactly.
Okay.
I buy the cat food.
He brings on the meow mix, and they mix it.
Rerouted.
Yeah. And believe me, if they could, if they had an opposable thumb, they could probably open the can themselves. And I've had to, I used to just have a bin that didn't have a top on it, or I took the top off because it was easier. Now I've got to put the top on because this bum was in the rubbish. This bum here, Vegemite, was in the rubbish bin.
Oh, he was going through looking for cans and stuff?
She was in, not just on top of it, she was actually inside.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't notice until I heard some rustling and I saw a tail. And I went, what the fuck are you doing in there?
And the other cats were going, not us. We're not trying to bin her.
Yeah, they were all sitting on the other side of the road going,
You ready to turn right?
Yeah.
Jonathan, how you doing?
Jonathan.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good.
We're all good.
The question of the day, Jonathan, is: do your cats sleep with you at night?
Nope, he's gone.
Keep left.
He's gone on mute.
And he's gone.
There you go. The famous London skyline for you.
Yay!
Although I don't know what the hell that building is supposed to be. I think it's meant to be the Shard. And the other one is called the Gherkin.
Your route guidance is now
Oh, sorry about that. I had a call to interrupt me.
That's alright.
No, that's all right. Do your cats sleep with you?
4 of them will run up in my room. I have one on my chest, one between the cut of my legs, one down the end of the bed, one might be sleep behind my neck.
So how much sleep do you actually get?
About 4 or 5 hours. About 4 or 5 hours of sleep.
That's
and
there is between 2 and 3 hours of sleep, and that's why I had to close my bedroom door.
Look, that don't work because they will claw and scratch at your door. They will try to claw a hole in your door if you try to lock them out.
Oh, I've seen cats tear people's carpet up by the door jams from that.
Yeah.
They close the door and don't realize the cat's in there. The cat sits there and claws at the carpet, and you come back and there's a big ass chunk of carpet missing. Oh yeah, I've seen that a few
I don't have
times.
carpet.
Now, when my mother comes to visit, I get a break because they'll go jump in the bed with her. They know she about to feed them all kind of table food. Not bad table. She might pop 3 cans of tuna and mix it with their food or put some egg in their food. So anytime my mother comes, they turncoats then.
See, we used to have a cockatiel, Quavers, and she used to sleep on the headboard at the top of the bed, and she would sleep all day. What the hell just happened there?
I don't know.
What happened?
What did I miss?
Just, I'm watching on YouTube. Dude! So, this white car here, in the corner, sprung out of the yellow car. Just literally came out the top of it and went boing, landed on top of it again and rolled off. Just came out of nowhere.
AI's having fun with you, David.
I had to watch it back on YouTube. I was like, the hell?
So Tim says Serenity sleeps on his chest at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this cockatiel, she would sleep all night when we go to bed, and when one of us moves in the morning, round about 9 o'clock, she would then go and she'd lift Laura's eyelids up and say, "Come on, time to get up."
He's watching what you're doing.
Hey, Vegemite. She could probably hear the birds, I reckon.
She's looking at the camera. Hey, Vegemite.
There we go.
Oh man, all this rain.
I'll be right back. It's feeding time here at the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh,
Zoom panel,
good.
you're all going to be muted a minute while I end my stream.
You're still live?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, people on YouTube, thank you very much for joining me on this epic journey across the Slovakia and back. I have left myself in London for Thursday's stream. Not here tomorrow, football's on, but little Llama Laura will be live around about the same time. So hopefully you'll join her there. If not, I will see you all on Thursday. Thank you very much for joining. Have a good evening.